Hi, it's John from Manchester. So my prediction tonight will be randomly generated, as I have no idea. It will be 0-0 penalties. So, just in case that happened, then the penalties, we'll lose on penalties. Sorry.
Lads, so my prediction for the United Sociedad matches, I think that United will actually get the win in 90 minutes. I think we'll win 2-1 with both Xerxes and Hoyland getting on the score sheet, which would be nice to get our strikers a little bit of confidence going into these last few games. Can't be deluded, but I think we might actually win the Europa League and get a Champions League spot for next year, just because how great would it be if we managed to get a Champions League spot whilst finishing 15th in the league? How upset will everyone else be? It'd be brilliant. So a little bit of confidence and yeah, I think we'll get the win.
Good day, y'all. My name is Dafe, aka MKD. Manchester match today is going to be 2-0. Manchester is going to play 2, while Sociedad at 0. Manchester is going to win the day, win it 2-0. Manchester United 2, Sociedad at 0. That's my prediction for today. Yeah, see you guys later.
Manchester United versus Real Sociedad in the second leg, and I'm far more confident going into this game than I was in the first leg, especially after the last two performances, albeit we didn't win those games, but there were positive signs in the performance, particularly the second half against Arsenal, where we actually created a lot of chances, which was a surprise considering everybody thought we were going to get battered in that game. I do think this game is going to be tight again, but I do think under the Old Trafford lights, a European night, I think it's going to be too much for Sociedad. I think we will win 1-0. I'm just hoping we don't have penalties again.
Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. Now, every single game in the Europa League is going to be the most important of the season. We've got nothing else. And everyone, I'm not even able to watch the game because everyone that I'm literally working, all of the workers are Liverpool fans. All I'm telling them is about how good it is that I have European football and they don't. We need to win this game really desperately, whilst this could be a long night. It's 2 goals for Hoyland. He's going to get a brace and Xerxes is going to get us one. It's going to be a 3-0. They didn't impress me when we played at their place. At Old Trafford, they're going to fucking have it. Please? We'll see.
Resultat in the Europa League at Old Trafford. It was 1-1 after the foot leg. It could be a tie fair, but I'm going for 2-1 or 3-1. Yeah, up the Paddock.
Right, so Sociedad prediction. We're going to win tonight. We're going to win the Europa League, and then next season we're going to win the Champions League. Or we'll just get beat 2-0. Could go either way.
Hello, it's me, Dave, the London cabbie. Well, this is it. This is the big one. Our season rests on tonight. Tonight we take on Real Sociedad in the biggest game of the season. And I'm not going to mess about. I'm going to predict a scoreline of the famous Manchester United 3, Real Sociedad 1. One love, MUFC.
Morning, gentlemen, or afternoon for you. It is 5:26 a.m. in Sydney, Australia. Hovsep here, reporting live. Going to be watching this on the train on the way to work after I hit the gym. We're going to be going for a 2-1 United. I think we're going to start with the first goal. I think they're going to come back with a second, and then we're going to get some late, typical winner in the Europa League. Come on, Reds!
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the WatchAlong, Manchester United versus Real Sociedad in the second leg of the round of 16 of the Europa League. It's all on the line! This is it! Scotty's here, how are you?
Not as energetic as you, but I'm very excited.
We'll be in a minute.
Very excited. Yeah, good, man.
Good. We've got Finn here as well, aka Academy Scoop. How are you, Finn?
Very happy after seeing the team news.
I haven't even seen the team news yet, so we're going to get that in just a second. Ronaldo Brown, of course, as well. How are you? Are you happy?
I'm actually very excited about tonight. I think, judging if we replicate last week's performance and they do, or if we just upped it slightly, I think we should run through them quite comfortably. I don't think they're a very good side. This is the... Okay, I've jinxed it already. But
it's the sound of someone hoisting their own petard, isn't it, I'm afraid.
I thought you didn't believe in jinxes.
I don't believe in jinx. I believe in overconfidence. And how that could... I worry that the players are thinking the same way we are. Not what you're saying isn't going to change anything, but it's confirming my fears that the players might think, these weren't that good last week. We'll do these. That's when I worry.
I think we win today.
I hope so. I really do hope so. Let's just get straight into the teams because, like I said, I haven't even seen this yet. So let's just go straight through it. It's exciting. Look at that Heaven starting. Onana, Mazraoui, Dilict and Heaven as the back three. centre-backs. I believe that's the three that finished the game against Arsenal at the weekend, isn't it? I think it is. Then we've got Dalot, Dorgu, of course, coming back in Europe with his suspension only being domestic. Bruno and Casemiro again in the middle. And then we've got Garnacho, Xerxes and Rasmus Højlund returning up top. Noteworthy as well, I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 substitutes. 3 more than we had last week, I believe, unless I've miscounted, Ronnie.
It's 10 indeed.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you very much. It's nice, but it's always good to have a second person counter.
It's always good to get an audit.
Fact checker.
It is. Yeah, of course, you need an audit. I'll start with you, Scotty. What do you make of that team and obviously the subs bench as well?
Yeah, very excited. I think it's by far a better team than the one Sociedad are going to put out. It's a massive game for Højlund as well. I think with how weak Sociedad look at the back, you're going to get chances tonight and hopefully can end his drought. It's good to have Dorgu back in the team. I'll be disappointed if it starts like that with Garnacho on the left, because I think against Arsenal he proved that he's probably better on the right hand side, and I think that was one of the better performances that he's had under Amorim, and I think it might be the first time he's done 90 minutes under Amorim. I think he's been subbed a hell of a lot. So I think
he does get subbed,
yeah, he was really good against Arsenal. So I'm hoping that that's wrong and it starts off on the right. But yeah, it's a team well good enough to batter Sociedad, as I think they will.
What do you make of it, Finn?
Yeah, I agree with Scotty. I think the right side suits Garnacho in terms of running it to the byline, putting a ball into the box. I think sometimes on the left he just kind of runs into a brick wall a lot of the time. I'm looking at the left side of that pitch with a lot of excitement, because I think there's dynamism there and there's energy in Dorgu, Heaven, and to be fair, if Garnacho is on the left, he will bring energy. Little bit disappointed to see Casemiro in the middle, just because I think Collier's shown that he deserves to be starting games, but at the same time Casemiro's got so much experience in European competition, so that's fair. But yeah, a good lineup overall. Happy with it.
In particular, playing Casemiro against a Spanish team is in the manager's mind, obviously. Him playing against Spanish teams for most of his career, he might have a bit more experience of the type of the football that we're going to see, the style of play, the intensity.
Definitely, I think, you know, if there's one thing he's got, it's a bit of know-how and a bit of experience, especially against Spanish opposition, like you mentioned. So I think that'll be the thinking behind, you know, having him still in the team, even if obviously his mobility is not there anymore. But definitely some of that experience should come in handy.
And Ronnie, thoughts? Dorgu obviously coming back in Heaven. It's his full debut, I think. His first time he's starting a game, I believe. Also Højlund coming back in. I mean, you can see the team. What do you make of it?
I think it's a team that should get the job done. Hopefully. He's pretty much. He's gone for not far off the same start. Obviously, Dorgu and Heaven couldn't play on the weekend, but I think Højlund as well. But I think people are a little bit more concerned about whether Lindelof will play again. I know people are very anti-Lindelof, but for being that, I thought it was decent against Arsenal.
Yeah.
All things considered, I think the back five that Amorim plays when we are playing against better opposition, I do think there's a little bit more comfortability for certain centre halves. Do you know what I mean? There's a little bit more protection, and they're not as isolated as much, so you do get decent performances. So I'm hoping it'll be the same again. But today, where the onus is more on us rather than the opposition, because obviously they're better than Arsenal are better than these. It's just going to be interesting whether we have enough creativity and attacking threat to get over the line. But for me, I think we have the physical advantage, at least from what I saw last week. So I'm still positive that we'll get the job done today, and will Højlund finally get on the score sheet.
Yeah, I mean, it is an exciting lineup. There's loads to talk about. You mentioned there about the onus being on United, and we're the home team, and theoretically that means we are the team to go and win the game, or should try and go win the game. Is that something you think might weigh on them, Scotty? That the longer the game goes on, if we don't get a goal, we've been so poor in the first half of games, we don't get a goal, and all of a sudden it's you need to win this, you need to win this, you need to win this, and Sociedad can kind of almost get confidence from us panicking a little bit. Does that concern you, that scenario?
It didn't concern me until you sort of put that scenario in my mind. So thank you very much for
my job is to paint you with doubt.
Okay, your negativity aside, I don't think the professional footballers, and I think they're going to take a lot of enthusiasm from the game against Sociedad, the last time they were the better team, and Arsenal in particular. I know Amorim said that nothing can save this season, but the season is on the line tonight, as I know you and Jay were saying on Stretford Paddock earlier on. But this team should be able to win the competition as far as I'm concerned, if they turn up like they did against Arsenal, if they turn up like they did against Liverpool, if they turn up like they did against City. So it's all on Manchester United. The onus is on them, not just for tonight, but the whole competition.
Yeah, it is the season kind of wrapped up into one, isn't it? I know there's still a chance to build up a little bit of momentum, or some goodwill towards Amorim between now and May in the Premier League. But realistically, if we want an actually decent moment, if we want to be, jumping up and down and hugging each other, it's only really going to happen if we win a Europa League.
Yeah, I think what Amorim keeps talking about is needing to buy trust in the fans by winning games, and there'd be no better proof of concept for what Amorim wants to do long term than showing that we can win with this system and go on to win a big European trophy. It's our only hope at getting into European competition, even though I don't know if being in the Champions League next season outside of the financials would be a good thing for us, because I think we're not ready to compete. Even with a good summer window, it's going to be difficult. But yeah, it would be great just to have some sort of hope and positivity to take into next season, winning a trophy. And I do understand the arguments of saying, well, a trophy can't cover up a bad season, and Amorim's been quite vocal about that. But still, if you've got the opportunity, you've got to go for it. Yeah, you do. Do you agree that with Amorim running that nothing can save the season, or do you think winning the Europa League would kind of save it?
I think save is the verbiage, and I think saving might not be the correct word. I think it'd just be because I won't see it as necessarily like papering over cracks either. It in essence help us in the summer in terms of obviously our recruitment possibilities and revenue and money and ability to buy people, and just looking a little bit more lucrative to people that we want to kind of better the squad. And obviously you've seen we've just basically pledged ourselves to a new stadium, so as much money as United can generate will be beneficial, because one thing you would wonder with the stadium being built is when Arsenal started building Emirates, they had quite a few seasons where they barely spent anything because they were paying for the stadium. I think Tottenham had something similar. So when the margins are so tight, and the kind of a lot that Champions League football brings, and just developing a winning mentality of winning something anyway, I think if we were in a competition we should be trying to win it, and we've done that the past couple of seasons while it's not being that good. So I'm not sure why this season could be anything different. I think it wouldn't save the season, but it'd be a huge plus. But obviously league form is really what you judged on. It's not been great.
Flip it around though, Joe. When Amorim signed, where were we in the league?
I think we're 13th.
Right, okay. So when he signed, if I'd have said to you, we're not going to finish in the top 6, but we're going to win the Europa League, what would you say? Would you say that's a good season given the context of
I would probably say we're not going to finish top 6 anyway. Although it was only a 4 or 5 points, I think, from 4th. So maybe, but I would probably have said, on balance, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just about, I think. But winning a trophy is always a good thing, isn't it? I probably would have said, how outside of the top 6 is it? Well, I would never have expected it might be like 15th.
Well, it could be 12th.
It could be 7th. Yeah, I mean, in the sort of fictional world. Yeah, I think winning a trophy is always big, and weirdly, even though we've been poor, and I know, what was it, 6 years we went without a trophy, but we got to a lot of semi-finals, some finals in that time, and then now obviously back-to-back trophies. We also got to another final under Ten Hag in the FA Cup final that we lost. Like, we do all right in the cups, even though we've been poor. I think our average league position is probably pretty similar to Tottenham's, pretty similar to Arsenal's, worse than Arsenal's for sure. And yet we win more than both of them put together in the last few years. It is weird that, isn't it, that despite our up and down form in the league, we do get there or thereabouts with cups most seasons.
It's the pedigree of the club, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
What is that though? How does that manifest itself? I don't get it.
I think the pressure in the league, for example, across a season proves too much for a lot of these players.
Yeah.
And I think for some reason that kind of flips in European competition, because the enormity of the the importance of the competition, I think, switches them on a little bit. And activate something in them that really kicks them on to go up a gear and perform the way they should for a club like United. So it's difficult to say why we seem to be quite, I don't know if you can call it luck, but we seem to be able to get by in these cup competitions.
It's weird, isn't it? Because that luck always seems to fall to like the bigger teams. Like when you look at just the last sort of 10 years, how many teams that aren't like big 6 teams have won the domestic trophies? Not many at all. I know Wigan obviously won the FA Cup ages ago.
Maybe
Leicester, yeah, but they kind of, that's the mad one. But it's weird how, like, you can be bad. Like last season in the FA Cup, or the season before, sorry, we played Brighton in the semi-final.
Should have lost that game.
We were awful.
Yeah.
They completely outplayed us. And yet, it always seems to be the case. You can toss the coin, and when it matters, it falls your way if you're the big teim. There's something in that, isn't there? Because we were nowhere near as good as Brighton that game.
That's why I think the FA Cup exit against Fulham this season shocked me.
Yeah.
Because I think we're so used to just getting by in these games where we might not deserve to win, but that was the first time in a while that it's been like, oh, we're actually...
Yeah, well, for the same reason, I thought Liverpool would win when it went to penalties against PSG the other day. I thought they've got far more pedigree in the competition. PSG are notorious sort of bottlers in the Champions League. Liverpool will just win.
I thought
they didn't.
I thought the same, but until the double toss win.
That's
where
helpful.
Where Hakimi chose to obviously not shoot the cup, and then to take the first pen, because I know there's like a very, very majority substantial benefit of taking the first penalty,
especially if you score it. I think if you go first and score it, you got like a 65% chance of winning. Something like that. It goes
something
quite drastic.
Similar to that. I read in the Athletic today, Amorim has been picking or instructing the players to choose to play facing the Stretford end in the first halves, when obviously traditionally you would want to be playing towards your big home end in the second half. Apparently we perform much better when we're playing towards the Stretford end in the first half.
They did it against Arsenal. Me and my dad noticed it, and there was another game before where obviously, like you said, he's been doing it, and I didn't know if it was an accident or whether it was just coincidence. But obviously, is it just to try and change something in their minds, or I think get them scoring in the first half?
The importance of having a strong early start, because we've been so bad at that recently.
Yeah, we have.
So it's been like a key area we need to flip around. Yeah. Apparently it's been working.
Interesting. Benjamin Topping says, save the season now, save the summer, absolutely. It will make things different in terms of transfers, won't it, if you're offering Champions League football. But then again, I don't know, like you said, what would our Champions League campaign look like next year?
The thing is, if we were going for established senior pros, I'd say, yeah, it would make a big difference. But I think we need to be ready for a lot of our recruitment to look like your Aidan Heavens and your Diego Leons and your probably Giovanni Quendas, signings like that, because I think we're not going to have the financial power to go for 26, 27-year-olds in their prime. I just don't think that's realistic to expect for United in the next couple of years.
And it probably wouldn't be particularly healthy either, would it? I think if we fill the squad, well, we wouldn't be able to afford to get loads of players who are 26 and 27. I wonder if there'll be like a combination of younger players, like we've seen already. Heaven and Dorgu have both come in recently, but there is a difference in experience, isn't there? There's a big difference there. I know it's not, Dorgu's not someone who's massively experienced, but it's certainly a notch or two
it's still pretty much Heaven's first taste of...
Yeah, same thing with Lenny Yoro.
Yep.
He's a teenager, but he is someone that's played a lot of games. I wonder if it'll be that kind of like, obviously a bad example because he costs loads of money and we're not going to get someone like him, but buying a teenager in Neymar is very different. When Barcelona did that compared to us buying Ahmad for about the same age. It's a completely different end of the kind of experience spectrum. I wonder if we'll try and get young players, but who have got one or two kind of first team seasons. Yeah, exactly, Quenda being a perfect example of that.
And Barada did mention how they don't want to buy particular like specialists in terms of system. Obviously players that like Dorgu come in and are suited to a particular role, but they actually have that bit of versatility about them where if the system does eventually change, or sometimes you might have to even look beyond a manager possibly if the formation went back to being 4-3-3. Got to make sure that the players that they sign are capable of playing other positions, because when you've got a wing back formation and you've got players that are just primarily like wing back suited, the likes of Jeremy Frimpong, who more or less plays as a right winger now for Bayern Leverkusen. I feel like if you go for too much of that type of player, then if 3-4 years down the line the manager's not here, or probably even sooner, the way that United is, then they don't suit the system anymore, and then you've got to go back into the market, and then it's almost like wasted recruitment again. So I like the fact that he got someone like Dorgu, because the whole selling point on him was obviously his athleticism and his physicality, which obviously the squad was missing, but it was also the fact that he's played so many positions, hasn't he? So
also, if you get really good players who are somewhat versatile, they should be able to go across different managers, shouldn't they? Like, look at Chelsea. How many different managers did they win league titles under, with Lampard and Terry winning all of them? Like, you can have, large portions of a team under different managers with different systems still being successful if they do have a bit of versatility, like you said. And also if there's a vision from the club down that, yes, we might go from a 5 at the back to a 4 at the back, but we're not going to go from a high-pressing, very technical team to one where we sit back and counter-attack. Like, that's what we're trying to do now. We're trying to go from a counter-attacking team to a possession-based, keeping the ball technical team, and that's what we're struggling so much with at the minute.
And it's completely at odds with the sort of strategy that the people were doing under the Glazers, really, because we were going for the latest shiny new thing that was either a 27-year-old, I don't know, Sanchez and paying the world, or mercenaries and stuff, and it was very much like quick fix without any forward thinking. And for United to have longevity under Amorim or as a team moving forward with this new stadium in 5 years, they need to build for the future and not just for next season. It needs to be something that's sort of set in stone for the future.
Those big name signings, they only make sense if you have everything else in place to stick them into.
Yeah, they're like a pair of dice on your mirror, aren't they?
Yeah, the car. You can't just. Have you got a new car? Oh, I've just got a living room and some dice in it. Like,
yeah, not wheels.
No, exactly. Yeah, unbelievable. Right, we've got a few super chats. Tom Hutton says, why do more clubs not spend the 40-50 million more developing their academies rather than spending it on big signings when there's no guarantees they're going to work out? Surely it makes more sense. I'll start with you on that, Finn, with your academy following expertise.
Well, yeah, it would make sense for a lot of clubs, and I think, to be fair, we will see more investment in the next few years. PSR breathing down everyone's neck.
Yeah.
It is an extremely competitive market. City and Chelsea have dominated the academy recruitment scene from under 12 to under 18 levels for the last decade or so. So it's very hard to get in there and establish yourself as a real force, because the problem is a lot of clubs will invest a lot and then just lose their best talents at 13, 14. So it is difficult to invest so much with that risk in place. United is certainly improving at the recruitment side of things, getting better at kind of, especially in the Northwest, being a dominant force in the market. But it is difficult to really force yourself in there.
It's an interesting point that about, we've seen with Heaven and with Cheeto as well, that you can have really good players, but because they're not adults yet, the laws around contracts and keeping them and you're not going anywhere type stuff is very different. So if they want to leave, they can leave basically, can't they?
Yeah. So they can either leave at 14. That's where a lot of the business is happening now.
Yeah.
Because clubs want to sign the players younger and younger to basically save money. But yeah, there are only kind of set times that they can leave, and then it comes to them signing a scholarship. And then 2 years later, you can't sign a long pro deal when you're 16. So yeah, there's loads of factors that play into when they might leave, and sometimes you do get that, like with Heaven or Cheeto, where they can just say, well, I'm not committing my future to the club. I want to move, and a club that have invested 10 years of coaching into them can lose a player like that for relatively little compensation
until they've signed their pro contract. Basically, they don't actually have them that tied down too much, do they? That is actually interesting, because I went to watch my mate the other day. He plays in the Irish Premier League on loan from Turkey, from Turkey's Superliga team. I think it's got Zepe. And they had a 17-year-old winger who's already signed for Tottenham for like €1 million, but he doesn't join them until in the following season. I can't remember his name was.
Brexit.
Yeah.
He was decent though.
That might be one reason why teams are reluctant to go completely all out on their academy. Maybe, and obviously the academy is a huge thing and always has been for United, but that there's a bit less certainty there than getting someone at 18.
Risk,
so
what clubs are trying to do is, for their best prospects now, they'll offer a kind of verbal agreement for a pro contract when they sign their scholarship at 16.
Right.
That's what they're trying to do to tie those best talents down, but it's still so unpredictable. So there's a lot of risk involved.
Yeah, that is called like it's like you get like a 1 year scholar, 2 year pro almost kind of thing as well. Yeah. But that's how sure is that though? Because even for someone like Arsenal, and obviously the raving about Max Darman, and he's like what, 15, just turned 15. Realistically, if Real Madrid came in the summer and was like, will give you the world. He could easily just leave, innit? And Arsenal wouldn't have.
If it weren't for Brexit, yeah.
Okay, Brexit.
He'd
Okay.
need to be. But if an English cup.
So United did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be hard to stop them.
United need to, but I don't know.
Here's a good question actually
so.
from James McAvoy. What time is Newcastle playing tonight, Ethan?
Got a cup final Sunday, Drew.
They're not playing tonight.
Just have a little rest.
Oh, they've got a little something on. They're going to lose to Liverpool on Sunday, so they need a rest tonight. He said. No European football for Newcastle this season. That frustrating. That.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine apparently. Can we get the build-up on, please, if that's okay? Thank you very much, but let's just do it anyway. I'm looking.
I remember asking Ethan on the last watch-along where he wasn't here to do that, and he didn't do it.
Ethan's
No,
giving
well,
up.
they will do this time.
He told me he's handing in his notice next week.
Oh, well, we'll find out. In substitutes here, right, I want to go through some of this with you because I don't know a lot of these people. So I want you to talk me through some of these.
Okay.
Me.
Under 21s goalkeeper.
Good, yes or no?
Solid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good keeper.
Does he not play for Brentford as well?
Ben.
Yeah, he plays. It's his son. He puts his gloves on. Harrison, goalkeeper.
Yes.
Good.
Very, very good.
Who's he play for?
United.
But
21.
Is he under 18s? Is he 21s? You know.
Yeah, 21.
Because you said when I said me, you said 21s, whereas Harrison you didn't say.
He went on loan.
And he plays for United, you say?
He plays for United.
Man
yeah.
United.
Manchester United. Yes.
Okay, Interesting.
He went on loan to Chester earlier this season. Had a really good spell. He's seen as a keeper with a lot of potential.
Okay. I'm asked. We know a little bit more. We've seen him on pre-season. Fredrickson.
Another strong centre back for the under 21s. He was there when Cobby and Alejandro and that group won the FA Youth Cup.
Yeah.
I don't think he played in the final. I think he was injured. But yes, strong centre back.
Okay. Collier again. We know Fletcher.
Yeah, really good attacking midfielder. Watched him against Arsenal in the FA Youth Cup a couple of weeks ago, and he scored an absolute belter on his weak foot. Another one seen with a lot of potential.
There's brothers there, aren't there? But
Yeah,
Jack
yeah.
seems to be the one you're hearing more of. Is it Tyler the other one?
Yeah, Tyler spent a lot of time injured the year they joined, so I think Jack's kind of pushed ahead, and most people would say that he's a little bit higher rated, but there's not much between them. Tyler plays a bit deeper. He's more of a kind of 6/8, whereas Jack's more of a kind of advanced playmaker.
Okay.
But both really talented. There's a lot of talk about them being Nepo babies, obviously sons of Darren Fletcher, but there's nothing in that.
They're just really good.
They're just really good.
So it's not Charlie Savage.
He was alright.
He's a good lad.
And he's meant to be doing really well actually at Reading.
Yeah.
In League One.
He's maybe not United level, but decent.
Yeah, he's all right. You played against him. He's a strong starter in it. He's got like almost 10 goals or assists. I checked the other day, just because I was hearing Robbie Savage on the commentary and he was doing my head in. So I was like, I wanted to check how Charlie.
Did you notice his enthusiasm once Savage had left United though? When Robbie Savage was watching United, it was just completely negative.
He still seems really negative.
Yeah. And finally, Scanlon.
James Scanlon, usually plays left wing but can play number 10. He's actually a full Gibraltar international now, just 17 years old, or he might have turned 18 recently. But yeah, he plays for United's 18s, sometimes 21s. What I'd say about him is he'll always give you a 7 out of 10 performance. He's not necessarily the flashiest of wingers, but he's very consistent and has a real good eye for goal, good physical profile. So yeah, another good player, and I think it's his first time in the squad.
I was going to say I know the name, but I don't think he's been in the squad yet. So that's exciting. We've got a super chat from Steve M, who's been a member for 27 months. He says, watching Off the Bar yesterday, and Joe was talking about poor people, I don't think I'll use that phrase, but poor people around Old Trafford selling up if they got a good offer. Are you a secret Tory, Joe? No, and we're actually talking about the fact that we don't want...
I'm not a secret Tory, I'm just a Tory.
Yeah, there's nothing secret
That
about
was just a full-on
the
character question.
We were talking... Yeah, exactly. We were talking about not wanting people who live around there to have to move out if the whole area becomes... ridiculously expensive, and the types of offers people would get. And also that's what tends to happen. People, all of a sudden your house that was 80 grand when you bought it is now worth 280 grand, and someone offers you that money and you might need that money, and people end up leaving, and we don't want to see that happen if people don't want to. So I think I wasn't condoning it. We were talking about not wanting people, because of the redevelopment of Old Trafford, to have to get kicked out essentially.
They're
if
sitting
they can't
on
afford to
gold,
live
man. Aren't they? You wouldn't be selling the house. It's like Airbnb every weekend.
Exactly.
There's no way
yeah.
on earth you're selling that.
Airbnb is a very good idea actually if you live around there.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a brilliant
hotel
idea.
football. Like you can have a
So-
terrace.
Yeah.
So
I bet
move out.
Gary's probably absolutely
Living.
joyous. I mean, no, I think he's probably really happy.
Yeah.
But then you'd have to move out. So how would it work if you lived in that area?
Yeah.
There's obviously we know there's loads of houses that are very basically almost on top of Old Trafford.
Yeah.
So you move out somewhere else whilst keeping your old place.
Well, no, I was thinking I'm not an expert
There's
in
initial expense here.
economics,
I'm thinking.
but I'm thinking.
What do you mean if you
all of
Airbnb
a
it?
sudden?
Yeah.
Oh, if you Airbnb it,
You just move out for the week. You just get like a hotel or go to Wales for the weekend.
Yeah.
People do it now. Like
Or you
I
can
know
spare
people in
room.
Old Trafford who give their house up for Airbnb on match days
Without
or
a goal
car
in 20
parking
games.
space.
Yeah, that's not good at all, is
I
it?
don't know. I don't trust people.
For what?
In
What,
general.
To look after
In
you.
general.
to look after your house.
Yeah, that as well.
Trust issues, Ronaldo.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, see.
Call it that.
Rami, and I wish you'd not told everyone this, but it says, I've seen Joe feeding the king caviar with a gold fork while having diamonds laced into his hair.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You weren't meant to tell anyone about that, but it's interesting. Talking about the new stadium, we've not really spoken about it, any of us actually, particularly. What do you make of it, Sky?
I absolutely love it. I think it's a long time coming, and I understand that Manchester United fan base is divided because they're always divided.
That's
but
true.
if you lived in a house for 20 years, right, you'd do something to it. I mean, most people who live in a house for 20 years move on, don't they? You know, things change. Football's changed massively since Manchester United, Old Trafford, any redevelopment. I'm not too keen on the design, if I'm absolutely honest with you. But you know, it will probably change from concept when it gets built. But I'm all for it. 100,000. It looks like it'll probably be the best stadium in the country. I'm all for it. We've got to move towards the future. I understand that there's been great memories at Old Trafford, and believe me, I've had some of the best nights of my life out there. But the memories are still going to exist just because the grass and the bricks don't. I hold the memories that the place doesn't.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. Actually, what do you think, Finn?
Yeah, I agree with most of that. You've got to move with the times, and everything about Manchester United should represent the best in the country. You know, it should be the pride of Manchester. And I agree. I'm not a big fan of the design, to be honest. Especially when I first saw it, I thought it was a little bit ugly. But the kind of the three-pronged Devil's staff thing, I like. If it will actually look anything like that in person, obviously it's just a concept at this point, so hard to tell if it will. But
are you religious?
No, not personally.
Okay.
I know. Well, when we had the kit design with the devil on it, there was a lot of problems with that, wasn't there?
They should have put a devil statue on top of it.
I always wondered if someone was like proper evangelical Christian or something, and would they just have an issue with like the devil logo on?
It is. I suppose it is a bit odd in the sense that because how long has that devil been on there for? Because it used to just be the Manchester kind of
like a boat
logo. What's it called? You know, the
emblem.
The emblem is the council emblem.
Yeah. And when did the devil get put on there? Because England is
I think it was before my time. I know I'm the oldest here. Don't look at me, Joe.
England is still technically a sort of religious country, isn't it? Church and state are connected here. So I suppose it is secular. Interesting in a way that there is just a devil on there. But I think a lot of people know that it's not. We're not actually trying to invoke hell.
But do you know what United's first nickname was, actually?
What, when we were Newton Heath?
Yeah. Do you?
The
Ronaldo?
No, I wasn't around.
I wasn't around either.
The Key Man.
No, it's in line with Devils.
No.
The Heathens, Newton Heath.
So it has always been a part of the club.
Yeah.
That's good.
Then
actually,
I think that's fair, then, isn't it?
Yeah. Played Out says Devils
That's
are a
interesting.
myth. What century is this?
You're welcome.
Yeah, but it's not a myth if
you
to
believe.
someone who believes in God, is it? If you
fine.
believe in,
Yeah, I know.
You can't just disregard an entire religion.
You know. I guess if you think it's a myth, then it's a myth, innit? But if you don't, then you don't. That's the beauty with faith. You're allowed to believe and not believe in equal measure.
And it's you can't definitively say it doesn't exist.
No, you can be.
Can you?
You can.
I don't think it's fair for anyone who's not.
can't.
A religious
I would say
believer
I don't believe in God, but if someone proved to me that it did, I would. I'm not against. I'm not against the concept. I just don't.
Can you prove?
No, of course not. I can't prove that it doesn't exist.
That's the thing with it.
Absolutely not. No, no one can prove it doesn't exist. Apparently Matt Busby chose it, the nickname, the Red Devils,
Devil.
in the 60s. That's according to Harvey behind the scenes there you go. Didn't know that. Let's go through Real Sociedad's team, because we've done them a little bit of a disrespect by not even mentioning it so far. So we've got Ramiro, Munoz, Zubeldia, Aguerd, Elizondo, Marin, Zubimendi, Mendes, Kubo, Oyarzabal and Becker. I'm not going to start with Zubimendi because that's what they want me to do. He's come back and forget about him. Let's start with Oyarzabal. Played last week, scored the win in the Euros. He's quite well known to sort of British football fans because of that. He looked alright.
He's well known to Spencer, who works upstairs. He knew everything about Real Sociedad, and he's not even like an avid United fan, but not like a diehard football fan. He knew everything about Real Sociedad because he did a Real Sociedad FIFA career mode a year ago.
That'll do it sometimes. Do you know a lot of people you can tell they play a lot of Football Manager when they just know mad names.
So he knew the squad inside out. Which I found really interesting. He said he was a fan of Becker, and I was like, was Becker around then? And he said, nah, he played well.
Just liked him.
Oscarsson.
What did you make of him last week, Scotty?
I didn't think they were good at all. I think we invited them onto them. They were good because we invited them onto us. You know, I don't think that they put us under any pressure through any talent of their own. As United became very insular towards the end of the game.
Yeah.
You were going through the list of names there. I'm not really clued up with Sociedad, and I'm not fearful of them at all. We're going to absolutely wipe the floor with them.
Oh, I'd like that. Well, let's talk. Go on.
Kubo's the one that stands out to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
He's not a prolific goal scorer by any means. Right, we are back again. Apologies, we're not sure exactly what's going on. I think some internet connection issue on our end, but we are back now, so apologies again for that. I want to go through the Europa League bracket because there's other games going on at the minute, so we're going to go through some of the scores and just a little reminder of who United will play if we get through tonight, who's on which side of the draw, all of that good stuff. You know, basically the admin of the Europa League. So as it stands then, United are playing Real Sociedad and they will play the winner of FCSB and Lyon. Now that tie is, I believe, let me just double check, currently 3-1 to Lyon, and Lyon are playing at home tonight. So barring a miracle, United, if we go through, will be playing Lyon.
I would love to see Ryan Cherki in the flesh.
He's an interesting player, and for people who don't know much about him, Ronnie, I know you're a fan, or you're aware, you like him.
I'm aware of him. I won't say I'm a fan. I've not seen. I've not watched much of anything of Lyon. I can only go off United back. He's a great Twitter account. I don't know if you're familiar. He doesn't just do comps in a way of just like all the best bits. He'll just do like
full action,
every single touch and single action of plays, which is really, really good.
Yeah.
But from what you see of Cherki, his technical quality, you see a lot of the clips about him doing the things in training, like the shots outside the box, like the D touch and shoot with both his feet, and he's incredibly technical, and he's actually had quite a decent season in terms of output. He's had quite a lot of assists, etc. But there seems to be a thing with Lyon trying to shop him for cheap, which is kind of a red flag. I know that Lyon apparently have financial difficulties where they're incentivised to sell, otherwise they might go bust.
Wow.
But there's also something to do with
something with their TV licensing. Or
yes, but also like Cherki's meant to have a really, really problematic entourage.
Yeah.
Apparently.
With him, I genuinely don't think there's a more technical footballer on the planet. I think when it comes to being technically gifted, there's barely anyone like him, but there's obviously a lot more to football. It is weird because he was rumoured to be available for about 20 million.
Yes, and
no one's gone in for him. Given his performances this season, that seems a bit weird because he's been one of the best players in France.
Yeah.
United could have signed him whenever we signed Hannibal, it was between Hannibal and him. We put a 10 million offer on the table, but we went for Hannibal instead.
Interesting. So United will play Lyon. Obviously, he's one of their kind of star men. He's only 21, I think, but he's very highly rated. Then on United's side of the bracket, it's Fenerbahce and Rangers. I think Fenerbahce are a goal down to Rangers going into that second leg at Ibrox, I think, tonight. And then it's Roma and Atletico Madrid. Now, that game is finished. Atletico Madrid came from 2-1 down.
Bilbao.
Bilbao came from 2-1 down to beat Roma 4-3 on aggregate. So they've gone through there, which is obviously a big night for them. Mats Hummel's getting sent off in the 11th minute for Roma tonight. And then them losing. That is
I didn't even know Hummels was at Roma.
Yeah, they're doing well in the league as well. It's Ranieri took over there, isn't it, Roma?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Roma, I thought they were quite mid-table.
Compared to where they were when they went to Bowl.
Yeah. Let's have a look as well. So then that's the other side. Obviously, again, that Fenerbahce Rangers game hanging in the balance. Now, over to the other side of the groups. We can't play any of these lot till the final, but there's AZ Alkmaar versus Tottenham, which is happening tonight as well. Again, Tottenham actually a goal down in that one, taking that back to their stadium, so that's going to be a tricky one for them. Then they'll play the winner of Ajax versus Frankfurt. I think Ajax are battering them, aren't they? Am I getting that right? I think they did.
Who's Ajax?
Oh, hang on a sec.
It was the other way around, wasn't
it? The other way around.
Yeah, they got beat 4.
Frankfurt battered Ajax.
Yes.
6-2 on aggregate. Apologies. Yeah, got it the wrong way around there. They're through.
Do you know who Ajax's coach is right now?
No, I'm not
should
sure.
know this. Is it?
They're doing really well in the league, aren't they?
Wasn't it Nice's old guy?
Let's have a little double check. Is it
Farioli?
Frankfurt's one of those Bundesliga teams that's
Farioli,
just got spawned a few assets that are gonna get him a lot of money. Obviously, they've already sold Marmouche, and I think Hugo's probably next, isn't he?
Yeah.
And the other one, sorry. So then we've got Bodo Glimt versus Olympiacos. Bodo Glimt have won that one. And in the other one, Lazio have beaten Victoria Pilsen. So it's going to be Lazio versus Bodo Glimt. Then it's going to be Frankfurt versus either Tottenham or AZ Alkmaar. We will play one of them possibly in the final if we were to get there. Do you have any preference, Ronnie, on if we were to face Lyon? Would you rather face Athletic Club or Fenerbahce after that? Do you care? Or are you not even thinking about it?
I'm not even thinking about it. I think if I'm looking at the whole bracket itself, United should be thinking they should be favourites against any team they play.
Out of them lot?
I think Lazio have been pretty strong in Serie A.
Yeah.
So they could be a bit of a problem. Because you got I think the better teams are on the other side of the bracket. I think Frankfurt are decent. Obviously Tottenham, but I think a knockout game against Tottenham, I'm always confident.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tottenham go through tonight.
Yeah, it's Tottenham lads. And then on this side, we've already played Rangers. They were poor. Athletic Bilbao or Lyon, they're decent teams. I think Bilbao will be is a step up from Real Sociedad, who we're playing, so I probably can't discredit them too much. And then obviously Lyon are a good team also. Yeah,
Bilbao are currently 4th in La Liga. They're 7 points behind Real Madrid in 3rd, but they're
could be winners.
For Champions League
Where's
spot.
Lyon?
They're doing very well. I think Lyon are.
They were good.
Let me just double check.
Do you think it gives you more impetus because Bilbao will be playing at home if they got to the final? Do you think?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? Although I feel like we've seen it a lot recently where teams playing at home lose the final. Because Atletico Madrid didn't they?
Yeah.
Bayern Munich did when they lost to Chelsea. I'm sure there's another one. Was the Dortmund Real Madrid final in Dortmund? Or am I getting that wrong? I'm not sure. I'm sure there's been a few recently where the home team lost. I think it might have been. Let me know in the comments if I've missed one or if I've got one wrong there. But I feel like they get to the final and they've got this right, we've got to get there, and then they lose. Obviously England lost at Wembley in the Euros final as well. Someone called him Bill Bollocks. They're not bothered, they're not scared. Bill Bollocks, that's funny that. Right.
What is going on here?
What is going on? Fred the Red and whatever their Scotch egg with a crown on mascot are fighting. Interesting. I want to talk about Mason Mount. We can see him at the bottom here. He's almost back from injury, apparently. He's back training. Been a just rough as fuck time at United, if we're honest. It's been rough as fuck for him.
Yeah. Been a waste of money.
Do you feel like, so far, I think it would be ludicrous to say he hasn't been a waste of money, just what we've paid and what we've got out of him. Do you think that him coming back could play any role in us winning this competition, or are you just not even considering it?
I don't know. That's the hilarious thing, because I think Mason Mount is so incredibly suited to the Amorim system.
Yeah.
So it's almost like him getting injured. Amorim's arrival could have actually been something that could have been a bit of a bonus for him in terms of us. Yeah.
Well, you think about his best football was played in a very, very similar role under Tuchel in one of those kind of number 10 positions in a 3-4-3.
Yeah.
And that's when they won the Champions League. So it's just upsetting because you think he could actually contribute so much if he was fit. It's just the timing's all wrong, and I don't know if it's luck or if he is genuinely going to continue this run of never being available, but it's just so frustrating.
It's weird. It's a bizarre amount of injuries, isn't it? From someone that up until his last season at Chelsea was getting you like 45, 50 games a season. He was like notoriously reliable, and then he had that injury, and then since then he can't string 6 games together.
It's the Man United hoodoo, isn't it? You know, come to United and you become injury prone all of a sudden. I do fear what it will do to his game and whether he'll be sort of brave within the tackles, because as much as he's not had a performance to be judged on, his injury record will be judged on. Like, United can't persevere any longer. If he gets a long injury after this, then for me that's got to be his career. We can't possibly carry another Luke Shaw.
No, we can't. We can't have someone who's just playing
Call
year
of
in,
Duty.
year out and not actually being able to play. We've got 10 minutes till kickoff. That's gone by quick, hasn't it? It's gone by very quick.
When you're having
This
fun.
is what happens when we're enthusiastic, Joe.
I know.
We've got to win this.
We might actually. It's nice to. I know the stadium is people have mixed opinions on it, but it's nice having something that is an undoubtedly, like, what's the word? Not optimistic, but United. It's bold and it's progressive and it's forward thinking. You can dislike or like what modern football is, what the stadium looks like, but there's no question United are being absolutely out there with that. They're going for it. It's ambitious. That's what I'm looking for. It's undoubtedly ambitious, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's nice having that feeling, because everything about the club for the last sort of few years has felt the opposite of that, where we're just accepting worse and worse and worse sort of outcomes, and all of a sudden we're going, you know what? We're going to build a 100,000 seater stadium, and we're going to fill it every week, and we're going to win stuff.
Yeah.
That's quite nice to think about.
Even if you're not someone that was pro new stadium, even if you wanted it redeveloped or whatever, which is completely valid, you can't deny that it shows some sort of ambition, and it shows some sort of understanding of where United should be with regard to the rest of the country. So from whoever you are and whatever perspective you're looking at it from, I don't think you can deny that.
No, you can't. And you can't deny as well that, again, this isn't completely sort of agreeing with everything they've ever done. But since Ineos have come in, we've shown more ambition from an overall club perspective than we have in most of the 20 years that the Glazers have been here. Massively revamping Carrington immediately. Literally, within about 4 months of them being here, they were that had begun. And then within another 4 months or 6 months after that, we're getting a new stadium. It's the biggest in the country. It's one of the biggest in the world, and it's going to be here quicker than anyone thought it would. That is exciting. You've got to give them some credit for at least feeling like the wheels are turning on Man United again. It feels like everything was so sort of baked in and like just jammed, and this massive Goliath where we can't move in either direction. Now it feels like there's at least some forward motion. I do like that.
It's proactive, isn't it? I mean, across the board, from the stadium to the sort of signings we're making, getting young players in, getting the hammering in. I think Ineos have made mistakes, and then, like Ratcliffe admitted the other day. But we're proactive, and it just sort of shows how the change in having a board or ownership that has the interests of the club's progression at heart, opposed to the Glazers, where there was none of that. You get like panic buys towards the end of the summer transfer window, and that was pretty much it.
I'm enjoying the sort of the running thread through the comments of me being a conservative, by the way. Paul said,
who's your favourite Tory MP?
My favourite of all time or current modern day?
Well, whoever's on your bedroom wall, Joe.
Boris Johnson.
All time.
Maggie Thatcher.
Well, on that. So Paul says Joe admires ambition.
David Cameron.
Joe admires ambition. Thatcher had it when she crushed the unions. Coincidence? There's another one before. Joe isn't a Tory, so I'm putting reform leaflets through letterboxes. Exactly.
God.
How can I be a Tory?
Would you rather be reform or Tory, Joe?
Oh, fucking hell.
City or
that
Liverpool.
proper punch is one of those horrible, you're 1 inch in someone and someone's 1 inch.
I do think there's is there a curveball coming?
I guess technically the Tories are less extreme.
I don't think there's anything more embarrassing than being a reform supporter.
It's mad. It's absolutely crazy.
Do you know what? Like,
go on.
There's going to be a curveball there, and the actual poster that Joe does have in his room is someone like, I don't know, Tony Blair or something.
Tony Benn, more like.
Tony Benn.
Dan United 94 says Joe wanted the mines closed earlier. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Why should we have them? Don't pretend, Joe. Fantastic. Right. Joe incidents. I like this. Joe's reform! Exclamation mark! Question mark. No, it's just a joke. They're not serious. Don't believe it. Anyway,
here first.
We need to get some score predictions in. What are we thinking, Scotty? I'll start with you. Get them in the comments as well.
I heard Finn's before, and I was coming in on the tram and 4-0 at minimum.
Wow.
I don't know where the goals will come from. I'm hoping Manchester United.
That part isn't important.
No, it's not. As long as the ball's in the back of the net.
What was it the other week we were here? Was it you who said it when you said 3-2 or something, and then you said, how's the goals going to happen? And you're like, oh, 2 own goals. Someone said it, 2 own goals and a deflection, and it was 2 set pieces and an own goal is what we actually ended up scoring from. It was our centre back scoring. So we're going to get 4. Will Højlund score? Will Xerxes score?
I don't think Højlund will score. I think Xerxes will score. I think Casemiro's going to get on the score sheet. What I see tonight from Manchester United is them playing the ball forward when they're passing it rather than all this sideways passing. We've got the players that can run onto the ball, and I think with that it gives them the impetus to attack. And I'd like to see more shots outside of the box. I was trying to find this on the way in. There's no sort of stat or website I could find anyway for how many shots outside the box United have had compared to other teams. Because if we've got a striker that isn't scoring, by rights we should be taking more chances from about 18 yards. Yeah. I'd think. I'd be interested.
Finn.
Hello.
How's this game going to pan out? What's the final score going to be?
Well, originally I said 4-0, but I feel like I have to change that. I have to be a bit more realistic. I'll say 3-1.
Interesting. So you got the 4 goals, but you just given them one.
Just give them
one of them goes to them.
Charity starts at home.
Maybe Kubo gets a goal.
Oh,
okay.
For Bill Bollocks.
Unfortunately, for Bill Bollocks.
It's not.
No, this is Sausage Dad.
Sausage Dad and Bill Bollocks. Wow.
Sausage Dad. That's when you construct a copy, a replica of your dad out of
what about veal sausage dad?
Veal sausage
or a veal sausage
dad.
Yeah. What's that nonsense? Veal sausage dad. It works. It really works. 3-1, Ronnie.
That's terrible. I'm going 3-2.
United.
Of course.
Manchester United.
Man United.
Cool. Get in. I'm going to say 2-1, but we get the second one in extra time. Harry Potter says 3-1 United. Garlic Bread Man says 2-1. Suvik says 3-1 as well. A lot of 3-1s and 2-1s. Mitch Mutton 3-1 United Højlund hat-trick. James Barber says 2-1 Sociedad. Miguel Hernandez says 2-1.
Tonight's the night for Rasmus.
Yeah, I really hope he gets.
I've said this 15 matches in a row, but tonight's the night.
Real Sociedad's kit reminds me of. Do you remember that Barcelona kit?
That's what I was just thinking.
2007, the Ronaldinho. I can imagine Ronaldinho in that kit.
No, that'd be earlier than 2007, was it?
Was it 2005 maybe? Let's have a look.
Oh, I think I know the one you're talking about.
Is it 2005? No.
Did they play against Chelsea in the Champions League with it?
Yeah, I think they might have done.
When Messi was
2004.
Messi was like 17.
2004?
Yes, is it that one? Yeah, like silvery kind of.
Yeah.
That's.
Although I remembered it looking more
shiny than that. Yeah, I did. Like, what kit am I thinking of when I see that Real Sociedad kit? People know in the comments.
Unless it's just like the pictures that make it look.
Yeah, maybe. There's this shiny, silvery, like gold kit with the stripes across it that Barcelona used to wear. I'm sure they did. Anyway, I would love Højlund to get a goal.
Yeah,
we need him to get a goal. He was our top scorer last season, wasn't he?
Even if it's the worst goal he's ever scored, just get it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
And start taking shots.
Yeah, just
get into the
ball
habit
a few times.
Yeah.
Obviously, no Cheeto on the bench as well because he's not been selected by United to play in Europe, so he can't.
Look at the height of Aiden Heaven, by the way. That's it bodes well for him moving into first team football. And United need more of it.
Sorry. Dan United with another comment. Instead of I don't know if we should read it.
Super chat.
It's not a super chat. I don't have to read it at all. Instead of Real Sociedad, it's Feel Your Sausage Dad.
Hey.
I don't like that because he's instructing his own dad. I'm sorry. Joshua Bowart says, have I missed the Newcastle playing guy? Yeah, he was in earlier. He was in. That was Jason McAvoy today. Unfortunately. Yeah, you missed him. But you've become him as well now. I think I've been sent a kit that it's meant to look like. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one I thought it was. It's similar, but it's less shiny than I remembered. It's got that kind of cream tan colour to it. Let's go through United's team again then as we're about to kick off. So we've got Onana in goal, Dorgu, Heaven, Delic, Mazraoui and Dalot, Casemiro, Fernandes, Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund. I would like to see just some semblance of the idea that Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund have played together before. Because so often I watch them through play and I think, you have no idea what your teammates were going to do then. Yeah. You didn't know what run to make. You couldn't... when top teams play, the one thing I noticed about PSG, who I thought were phenomenal in that first leg that they lost, funnily enough, but they were amazing in that game. And just all of the top teams, the amount of runs off the ball that they make, it's just constant runs in behind, pass it, running behind, and play it. When we get the ball, and you look in midfield, in attack, in defence, everywhere across the pitch, we get the ball, and the lack of movement off the ball is unbelievable. Why do you think that happens, Ronnie? Why do you think that we don't have this cohesion? We don't seem to have energy off the ball. Is it just confidence? Is it talent?
I have no idea. Do you know what I mean? There's not enough relationships. I feel like all the top teams, there's obvious relationships between players, but where it's almost like they don't have to think about it. It's almost instinctive.
Yeah. I guess Amarim mentioned the players are thinking too hard. Yeah. Maybe that's behind it. It doesn't come instinctively to them yet.
Maybe it just doesn't seem like they've fully acclimatised to the new system and way I'm playing yet. And I don't know if that's just a lack of training time with the amount of games. It's very difficult to work on things tactically in season, it seems, when you're in so many competitions. But I don't know. I feel like pre-season and beyond will tell us a lot more.
Yeah. How much do you buy into the sort of conspiracies that you see on social media about people not wanting to pass to Højlund? And how true
when I watched
the
Dalot one from this fixture last week, part of you thinks, well, there's a reason he didn't pass it, and I wonder what that is, but something's going on.
The thing is, though, Dalot doesn't come across as quite a bright character. If there's a player that wasn't going to do that pass, it would be Dalot. Wouldn't that be the person?
He does have a weird decision-making trend in him.
He's like the man who'd have a falafel and hummus wrap for tea.
That was you.
You had a...
Yeah. I know.
Tiesco Santa Clara says, lads, I don't know why it's hashtag don't buy the Sun, please explain. Basically, they've just got a very long track record of being hateful and lying and not very nice and irresponsible and covering things up and just being generally dicks.
Yeah.
But other than that, they're great. No, that basically. Just a very long track record of being not very nice. So people have got sick of it.
Sociedad behind us already.
Oh.
Well done. Well stepped in there.
There he is.
Read the game well, stepped up nicely. How tall is Heaven? He looks very tall.
Yeah, taller than he was meant to be like 6'3" or something, but when he stood next to Dorgu and that, he looked like he was about 5-6 inches taller.
Yeah, he looks massive. Like just looking at him on the screen now, obviously that's not everything.
And Dorgu's not short. Do you know what I mean?
Oh my god,
he looks massive. He looks absolutely massive.
He is taller than I think he's the tallest player on the pitch for United.
Really?
Cheeto's like the same height, so we've bought two giants.
Yeah. Cheeto, as we mentioned before,
he's 6'4",
overlooked and not put in the squad a few weeks ago.
Apparently the decision was made just before he had his amazing performance against Chelsea and then came on off the bench for United. And looked
you
good.
Just didn't expect him to.
Yeah, I think he's
Casemiro fucking already. Sociedad look better, more dangerous, and more high energy than they did at any point last week, and that's worrying me. This is what I was concerned about.
Mate.
Good recovery there, Dorgu.
It's been a good start from Zubimendi in midfield.
Yeah. These don't look like the same team from last week, do they?
No, exactly. Heaven getting
it's amazing what a goal kick can do for you. Megs, mate.
Put the goal
kick on. For Heaven.
Yeah. He gets skinned there, doesn't he? That's been nutmegged and gone past. Dorgu covering and reacting well, though. Corner to Sociedad. Can't take their name seriously anymore. I've seen too much. Horrible stuff. Really nasty stuff, some of it. It's all Sociedad at the minute. God, I don't want this.
It's 2 minutes, Joel. We're alright. This is how we start games
3
now.
minutes.
This is the new Man United DNA. We start games nervously.
For a second.
Nope.
What?
Give them the ball back.
Hello, Nano.
Fucking hell.
Onana only slows the game down when we're losing in the second half.
Yeah.
When
If I see more like today,
and they've got all the
oh
pressure,
my
we
God.
just give it them straight back.
He does pick the oddest times.
Yeah, that was silly, wasn't it?
I really want to like him, and I really want him to work out at United, but some of his decisions, just doesn't make any sense.
Like 90% of them. Yeah. Could you see any of the young keepers that you were talking about before? Like Harrison?
Eli Harrison is as
could you
good
see
as
him?
any keeper that I've seen come through United system.
Really?
Yeah, since I've started watching them. So the first I would have seen was Matekova. Didn't really get to see Dean Henderson, but yeah, Eli Harrison. He's a very kind of complete keeper. Really good with his feet, but great stopper as well.
Good with his feet, as in passing it out, or like
Yeah,
De
yeah,
Gea
yeah.
was good with his feet, like
Not
saving
making
with his
saves.
feet.
No, but he's good at that as well.
Okay.
Honestly, really complete.
It's got to be the hardest position to come through the academy to
Yeah.
get that role, isn't it?
Who's-
I
I
can't think any United player that's come through and got that. I mean, they've had to get Schmeichel out of the way or De Gea. Or
I don't want to rain on the parade. I remember I did tell Finn about this. I watched Curzon versus Chester because my mate plays with Curzon. I had no idea that Eli Harrison was on loan there, and he was in net for him, and he made like 2 worldy saves, and then guess what he did? He followed it up with. Did you? I don't know if you heard.
Yeah,
about
no,
he,
I remember.
He played out. He was.
Mom.
He was playing out because they play out. I think he might be top of the.
Yeah, I think they play decent football.
Yeah, they
for
play
the
good football.
level.
They play good football. He was playing out, and then his pass got intercepted, and he scored.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then I was like, wait, I recognise it, and I was like, I said I'm not going to mention it on Twitter. I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. You'll always have that in a young keeper.
But he made like there was one save he made back post as well, like as a point blank header.
Some of his reflex saves are incredible.
He looked bigger than I thought he was as well.
Yeah, I think some stockier goalkeepers look shorter than they are, but he is a big physical presence.
Tall, yeah.
I've stood
Is
near
he
him.
stocky then?
Oh, mate.
He's quite kind of broad. There we go.
Compared to like a De Gea who's pretty slender.
Yeah.
No, fucking hell, they're swarming. They look.
Yeah. They're playing a lot more with a lot more
bothers
energy
me.
than the other week.
This is exactly what I thought was going to happen. I still think.
Oh,
my God.
no.
They look like a completely different team, Sociedad.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
I'm hoping it's just
We're getting bopped through at the moment.
Yeah,
Man.
and United are playing like we thought they'd be as bad as last week, and instead of capitalising on that by stepping up our game, we've just thought we can cruise to a win here. Oh shit, they're actually better than they were.
Wait, the refs give offside for that?
Yeah, it wasn't off.
He was like 3 yards onside.
He looks hurt.
That almost looked like it could have hurt the lip more. Yeah. The lip's like ankle was like hella bent.
He has the ball there. Twisted his ankle. Yeah, De Ligt trying to pick people up. I like De Ligt a lot.
Fucking get started, man.
I think he's a good keeper.
Good keeper. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was okay.
Probably do a job.
Okay, but
probably could. Because I saw Onana's goal glove come down as I was saying the word.
Finally seeing the light. Sorry, I'm getting his name mixed up.
It's delightful. Do you think he's good? Have you been impressed by him?
Yeah, I think he's solid.
Yeah, I think he's a good player, De Ligt.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, they're the ones there.
Yeah.
Vard. Come on, man.
Didn't get much of the ball, did he, De Ligt? Are they checking this?
No way they're checking it.
Oh,
we're fucked. We're fucked.
They'll give it.
We're fucked. But the thing is, he wasn't going to score it even if De Ligt didn't do that though, because the ball was behind him. So, but they don't care. They'll just say the contact anyway.
It's not a penalty, that is it?
I think it's 50-50 whether they give that.
Let's see it again. Now I won't even look for it.
Is the rule it's a goal scoring opportunity? Is that what's the rule?
No, I think that's just a red card.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not.
It's not a pen.
I don't think it is that. He's not waving the keeper and he's waving someone closer to him over. He's still waiting. Can we see it again now?
Yeah, I want to see it again. I wasn't looking for whether it was a...
penalty.
It's going to the screen.
They never go to the screen and don't give the decision, so it's just the pen. Why do they do that? It's just that they think it's a pen, don't they? Is it just that they don't want to make the decision themselves?
But this isn't one of those situations. It's not... I don't understand this.
That's Savage saying it's...
But the thing is, though, it's not like... Can we fucking watch it?
Yeah,
I don't want to see the back of Aiden Heaven and the ref. I want to see what actually happened.
There we go.
It looks like he pulled his back leg, doesn't it?
It's just...
Yeah.
It's not though, is it? I actually don't think that is a penalty. Because if you want to do it from the other angle, so he's given a penalty, obviously. If you want to do it from the other angle, Oyarzabal's put his foot in front of De Ligt before the ball's even there. So why is it not just a trip? You're looking for something that isn't there. But by the time De Ligt puts his foot forward,
why is it just not a trip in the box?
No, why has Oyarzabal not tripped De Ligt? If you look at it from the other way, he puts his foot across De Ligt as they're both running.
Yeah.
And then De Ligt goes to kick the ball and Oyarzabal's foot there, but he's stepped across De Ligt.
That's what happened. But
that's what I mean.
Right,
it's just nothing. Like, yes, by the time the ball's there, but before the ball gets there, Oyarzabal steps in front of De Ligt. It's just nothing either way.
It's a fluky freak, like
it's
bit of contact in it.
Come on now.
It's not like he's actually making it. It's like a. He's gone to clear the ball and Oyarzabal's put his foot first and then he's like went into the back.
But Oyarzabal doesn't have the ball.
I don't think Oyarzabal's scoring that.
No, he isn't. I just think the whole thing is like, you've done one thing, I've done another thing. You didn't get the ball, I didn't really get the ball. It's just, it doesn't have to be scrutinised and penaltified. And obviously he scored, put it away easily. Bollocks. Oh man.
It's what we get for having a shit start, though, I guess.
Yeah, get bright on ourselves.
It's a bit fucking harsh, though, isn't it? What do you think? Am I just being delusional here?
No.
I think he bought it, to be honest. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a shot up and he's put his leg sort of over De Ligt.
Yeah.
But
it's a 50-50 decision.
If we're walking down the street next to each other, Scotty, and I put my foot in front of you and you kick my foot and trip over, I've tripped you up.
Yeah.
Like, they're walking next to each other, running, Oyarzabal puts his foot in front of him. The ball isn't there yet. Then the ball arrives as De Ligt's foot comes through. I just think it's nothing. It's not a foul. It's just a coming together in the box that shouldn't be. You've basically given them a goal for that little coming together. Yeah. I think that's rubbish, that.
Penalty decision aside, though, I think the lads here are right, and we've invited this on the way we've started. Again, it's tepid when we're starting games of football at Old Trafford. We should be coming out like, this is our gaff. We're going to show you how to play football. Especially considering how they played last week. And how we played against Arsenal. United should be full of beans going out there saying, we're going to show you what we're going to do.
This was my worry the whole time, was that United would play like we thought we'd won. Like, we're getting back to Old Trafford. They were shit last week.
They can't be that cocky. They're not good enough to be that cocky.
Well, how do we explain that they look so flat? Or maybe we're just the same as we were last week, and we were relying on Sociedad being that bad as well.
Yeah, maybe they had a really bad game last week. There's plenty of time left.
Yeah. It's almost better that the goals come this early, because I think we do respond well most of the time.
There we go, Finn. That's a positive spin on things. I'm glad we conceded early, because we can win it now.
Yeah, we seem a lot of these games we only start playing well when we go behind. So maybe it's better that it's come early.
Otherwise, there'll be 2 goals ahead before we know what we're doing, and then we are fucked.
Feel your sausage, Dad.
That's been on your mind.
Yeah.
How could it not be?
Oh dear.
God's sake.
Do you reckon Amorim has a new pair of trainers every game?
They're very white,
aren't they?
Probably has a few.
They're like Turkish teeth white then.
Probably has a few of those. A few of them.
That's a lovely
touch.
Lovely.
Yeah, well done.
Come on, United.
Lovely weight on that.
Go on.
Go on, Garnacho.
Now what? Who's there?
Right wing.
Don't slow it down.
Don't.
Hey, good effort. Good effort.
Ooh, something.
I'm not angry at that.
That's good.
I just don't know the probability of him scoring.
We stuck you out on the right, so you didn't do this.
He struck it well.
No, he does. He hits it nicely, but
it's cherries though, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but you got to get some confidence building. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. Go on,
he didn't have many options. He was crowded on the edge of the box there.
We got this, Joe.
Oh, that's not a foul.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Soft.
Come on.
First time.
That's the ball.
Go on.
Ooh, throw yourself at it, Josh.
Why is he hesitating?
It was Dorgu, yeah. Really sort of sprung into the air there, didn't he? I wasn't expecting that.
But Xerxes didn't seem like he wanted to attack it.
I don't think he's got that gene, has he?
No.
That I'm going to get on the end of this no matter what.
Why is it never Højlund in that position?
I don't know.
What a ball that is. Come on, United, got to score there.
Go on.
I can't believe it.
There you go. Højlund was in the position.
Do you know what? I didn't jump up because is it a pen? It's a penalty.
It's
penalty.
Is it?
Is it?
Has he given it already? Or
Wait.
Looks like he's already given
is it to be checked or?
But for some reason, I didn't believe he'd score.
So we've got a penalty. Fucking hell.
I didn't see that. I completely missed it.
Oof. It's a week of penalties, this.
Yeah. What's the armband that?
Is he going to send him out?
Someone's
Double
wearing?
jeopardy.
Yeah, because he's going for
I
the
don't
ball.
know, it's got
isn't
like a white cross in the middle.
It's mad.
he? This is a fantastic
What a
ball
pass
from
from
Casemiro.
Beautiful.
Probably wouldn't have scored anyway.
Yeah, but
No,
he was
he's
not
not.
involved.
Interacting play now.
But was he off? No, he's on.
No, he's
Yeah.
on.
Beautiful.
Still, he should.
It probably is a penalty. If theirs was a penalty, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
He goes for the ball, doesn't get it, and
He was
takes
already
the man
being
down.
brought down.
Yeah. It's a penalty.
We'll take it. Let's score
Let's
it.
have a look at this.
Come on, Bruno. Ooh, might
It's
find it.
not. You know what? It's actually not far off the other, what their penalty was.
So what you're saying, Joe?
He
It's not a
goes-
penalty.
Well, no, but if that is, then this is.
Oh, wait.
I'm not. I'm happy to say neither of them are, but I'm.
Neither or both.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't overturn that.
No. But
If
it's a
you-
similar thing of
yeah, if you
you're
overturn
kind of
the
going
first.
for it. You don't really get. There's not much happening.
My thing is, if he doesn't give that, I don't. if he doesn't give that pen,
again,
they don't change it. You know, that's the
Yeah.
thing with the VAR. Bruno's got this. Come on.
Is it? It's not. They're not still checking it, are they?
What if they gave it to Rasmus?
He'd miss.
Have a go.
Yeah,
Do you reckon he'd
Rasmus,
miss?
imagine he misses,
Yeah,
though.
that'd be the worst.
No. Bruno.
If we've got like a 4-goal aggregate
Yeah.
lead, maybe
Yeah.
give it to Rasmus. He
What a
probably
beau-
would score, wouldn't he? Let's be
What a
honest. He's
beautiful
not
pass from Casemiro there in the
brilliant. First time as well, just
Yeah.
completely cut him apart.
Come on,
It's
Bruno.
like a severe haircut there. Like he's done that himself.
Sociedad, they just played them.
Sausage dad.
Too much sausage. Go on then.
Sevilla.
Here we go. Go on, Bruno, lad.
No doubt.
Look at that. It's just
Come on, back in the
There
game.
we go.
so calm.
See,
that,
Let's
innit?
get
I
started.
said
now.
You were right.
Concede
Well
early.
done.
You
Well
know,
done.
I agree.
Straight
with
back
that.
in it.
It's him over there, negative, innit?
Yeah.
What's up with
So where's
you?
the
Sorry,
positivity, lads?
I don't know.
Yeah, what happened to strong and stable, you Tory
The
bunch?
dog's been barking early in the morning. I'm not getting a lot of sleep. Yeah. Strong and stable. Not everyone in the comments will get that, but I know what you're getting at.
Casemiro could not watch.
Yeah. Well done, Bruno.
Have you ever seen, I can't remember who it is, someone where they're not watching and then they miss, but they hear the
think
crowd
that-
shout and they think
yeah.
they've scored and they're like that, and it's like, no, your teammates
Is
just
it a
missed
manager that was
I don't know
celebrating?
who it is. It's that kind of shot with Casemiro
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
facing away and they celebrate, but actually
I think
it's the
Onana
opposition.
always looks away, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I've seen him looking like to the
He never
to the
wants
fans.
to watch, innit?
No.
I don't get that really.
I mean, Jay
Jay
don't like,
does, does he?
yeah, but me and Jay went to the World Cup in Brazil. I can't remember watching USA versus Ghana. Maybe and there was a penalty, and he couldn't watch it. Like, you have no investment in these teams.
Nah, you obviously.
Why?
Whose pen was it?
I don't know. We were very drunk.
Yeah. He
He probably
couldn't
did.
This
watch.
is like 2 weeks before Jay quit drinking.
Is
to
it
be
that he
fair.
couldn't watch or he couldn't keep his eyes open? What
He couldn't keep one eye open.
Yeah. I don't get that. I just
Nice
don't.
touch,
I, personally, I want to see it. It makes me way more scared, the idea of like it's happening and I don't really know when and I don't know what's happening. I'd much rather watch it.
What was our views on the Atletico?
Penalty.
Yeah.
Don't know how they spotted it. Ridiculous that they
How
spotted
did Mbappe
it.
spot
But
it as well?
technically, I guess he did hit it twice. Yeah.
If it was against you, though, you'd be fucking
Yeah, you'd be fuming.
Apparently they are reviewing that now.
And I think it should be a retake. That.
Yeah.
Why would you just?
It should be like a let in tennis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you don't. Obviously, no one would ever mean to do it. You can't score from it, so why would you do it on purpose?
Yeah,
And
it's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to really trick the keeper
Yeah.
by hitting it with both feet.
Unless you hit it so softly that you've got time to hit it, realise it's not going in, and then run and kick it again before it hits the line.
Someone
But this-
reviewed
it was
Messi's penalty from the World Cup final that they won, and he did it.
He did
Did
it as
he?
well, yeah.
They didn't
But of
spot
course,
it.
they're not going to.
Come
They
on.
probably did spot it.
Not
It's
Messi.
not going to overturn that, are they?
Yeah, power outage in the VAR.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, well done.
That's a foul.
Ref.
Okay, now, lads.
Jesus.
Scrap City.
It's a good game, this, man. This is what I always say. Europa
got a bit
League
more
is
energy
the
than
greatest football in Europe.
And also, you forget, you know, when we talk about we
Well done,
can't
Evan.
create chances and score and stuff, you forget penalties exist. So like own goals, set pieces,
Bring
centre back scoring and penalties.
Bring back Penchester United.
Between that, we probably could score 4. Open goal, open play, our attackers scoring no chance. But penalties.
Let's just settle down a bit here and no, okay.
Just settle down and play some absolute
Bruno
lottery balls.
it.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. That's a lovely touch.
Where's all the rest of us?
Hit it.
Oh, nice.
The low's in there.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, lucky.
Just knocked him
Has
out.
He got knocked in the
He's
face
just knocked,
there?
Yeah, he's knocked Hoyland out.
Is that Harlan on the deck again? Hit it, Casa.
It's another pen.
Decahedron.
I genuinely think he's just been knocked out by the keeper.
It won't give a penalty.
He got the ball,
because
didn't
he's fully got the ball and he's fully punched the ball as well. It's the ones where they
Let's have a
punch.
look.
It's the ones where they punch and he don't
Reckless
make contact
contact.
with the ball.
Let's see.
Beautiful.
It's a lovely
ball
cross
from-
as well.
Yeah.
Onside.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I
Ooh,
think he's proper.
It hurts. Even if it's not a foul, he's got a big forearm in the forehead there.
Let's see.
Follow through his.
Yeah, he's looking at the.
Oh,
it's
just
that's gonna hurt.
It's
though.
just
it's really
unfortunate.
gonna
He's
hurt.
looking at the ball.
Proper smacked him in the head, jarred his neck.
Yeah.
All sorts, but I don't think it is a penalty.
10-8 round. That.
He's all right.
Casemiro on the ball, looking exquisite.
Looking, fantastic.
Off
But
the
we're
ball.
still getting bypassed in the middle. That's the problem.
Yeah. That does happen. Juicy little start though. This
Yeah. Good game.
Juicy. Like that.
Juicy sausage.
Oh.
Oh, Rasmus, you're better than that.
Is he?
Or are you?
Yeah, guys, took the
Maybe
words
not.
out of my mouth
He
there.
is. He is.
He should be.
He should be.
Probably should have scored.
We needed that goal because I feel like it knocked the stuffing out of them a little bit as well.
Yeah,
'Cause they had a bit between their teeth to begin with.
Their start could be superficial.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fucking hell.
Sit down, you.
Erling.
It's more like
Referee, you soft git.
That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
way. Oh, unless he's got.
That's a Europe foul, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's never a foul.
Because you think, I know obviously keepers get the benefit of the doubt, but what the keeper just did to Hoyland
Yeah.
for no foul,
Oh,
and
that's
you're finding
never
a
a
foul
foul.
in that,
Oh, mate.
that's absolutely ridiculous.
oh,
So his elbow
His
does
elbow
hit
is
him,
catchable,
but it's not. But
intentional.
it's not intentional. He doesn't
Alright,
move his
the
arm
last
out of the
one,
way.
Up until the last one. I
It's
was
in
like,
his stride,
That looked like the worst decision I've ever seen.
That's
But
not. That's still nonsense.
It's inadvertent.
Yeah. You run alongside
he
someone.
has caught him to be fair.
Yeah, it's
but-
got him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I don't care.
Yeah.
Does that make it a foul? Just because he clipped him?
Just because you elbowed him in the
I
mouth.
don't- But like, if your head is near my elbow, did I necessarily foul you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
True.
Hoyland's getting involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was good.
He's looking energetic.
Some space, some bit of strength there.
I think they are giving us a lot of space in behind. To
Yeah,
play
they
into.
are.
Yeah, they play a high line, Sociedad.
Yeah.
That was one of the things last week, which I'm not sure why we didn't exploit that.
Oh, he loves that he's
mate.
bleeding this guy,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Wipe your mouth, you twat.
He looks a bit like Enzo Fernandez.
Something's happened. Fuck off. Just do that and get rid of it. Why have you got blood all down your face that you can't go near it? They love it, don't they? I fucking hate that when footballers are like,
I was the opposite.
yeah, what?
As
Like,
in,
if you were bleeding, you
I'd,
want-
I'd fucking hate just bleeding from anywhere, really.
Yeah.
It's just not. Especially my lips, because I'm then thinking about my appearance once the game's over.
Yeah. In case anyone on the touchline thinks
It's not good having a butt. Like when you have a butt slip and it's like 3 days, you've got like a swollen lip, and it's not. It's something you can't hide, in it.
Yeah. No.
What is the flag?
Yeah, I've
is
been
it the
wondering.
Basque flag?
Basque.
Yeah.
It has got to be the worst kit I've ever seen in my life.
It is quite ugly, isn't it?
It's
The thing is,
terrible.
it could be alright if it didn't have that like hint of snot green in there.
Yeah.
If it was just pure gold, it'd be quite nice. But it's like a kind of. It
got
looks
that
like.
It's like
yellowy green.
plain gold.
I almost said the most Tory thing ever. There. I'm so glad I
Oh,
caught
Go
it.
on.
I almost said it looks like when you've left avocado out for too
Oh
long.
dear.
Do this one without me, lads.
You know, man. That's why you prefer caviar, innit?
Yeah.
I've never had caviar. Has anyone here ever had it?
Nope.
Not real caviar, I don't think.
Well, have you had just some ball
Or
bearings?
just the faux stuff.
Oh, where it's like the bright orange ones.
No, like it looks like real caviar,
Oh,
but
really?
it's just not the same process or the same
Whoa!
He just never wants to pass in that area, innit?
Dallo or Garnacho?
Garnacho.
He's had a couple good left-footed strikes.
No, but look at this. This is not
a good cross from Dorgu, you know.
Like this is a situation where you just lay it off to Bruno, and it's like,
yeah, but
he's incapable.
He's just that's I believe that with all my heart. He's going away from goal on his left foot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
that's just built in him. That will serve him well in quite a lot of parts in his career.
Maybe Bruno would have been the right pass, but I almost want him to continue taking these shots on his own for his development. Because I think if he's ever going to be a high volume goal scorer,
you think he needs to improve his ball striking?
Yeah. Both of his left-footed strikes have actually looked really good so far.
I thought his ball striking coming through was okay, but for some reason it's
in the academy his finishing.
I think there's a little confidence issue there at the minute.
Yeah.
But he's never had that like Rashford crispness. I don't think.
No. But in terms of his,
many do, to be fair.
In terms of his like
well done, that's right.
placement.
Well done.
Well
Well
hit it.
Oh.
Isn't it weird that some players I don't think I've ever seen him have a shot, but I didn't feel like he was going to be someone that was going to like
rip into it.
Yeah.
I think he's a good striker of the ball, though.
Yeah, he is. He put a good cross in before, but certain players you just can't imagine him like having a real.
Football doesn't have enough long shot takers now.
No.
Yeah, it seems like a dying
even Dominic Szoboszlai was meant to be one before he came to, and then
he can strike a ball like not many others,
and he just doesn't take long shots. The only one in world football now is Valverde.
He's
got a scary shot. I mean, Bruno's got it in him.
Yeah. Bruno's another one that had it more when he first arrived. There was a period where he just stopped shooting from outside the box.
Some of the goals he scored for Sporting were just mental.
Yeah,
he doesn't shoot outside the box nowhere near as much.
Yeah. What was the one in the Champions League last season? Was it
Galatasaray?
Away. Was that last season?
Or was that Port?
Galatasaray was last season.
Yeah.
Because we had Bayern Munich and Galatasaray and all that.
I genuinely didn't realise it had gone in for like 3 seconds because it was that far out.
I'm surprised they're not given that. Oh yeah, that's their fake knockoff Bruno Fernandes, isn't it? Forgot about him from last week.
23-year-old Bruno.
Is that you buy yourself a Bruno Fernandes? Is that real? It looks different in real life. No, it's real. Here's the warranty. He's got a warranty in it.
AliExpress.
Proper DH gate Bruno Fernandes.
Well done. Look at that.
Well played, dog.
It's heaven. It's good to have someone with that like
confidence,
on the ball confidence at that age.
Well, he came through Arsenal set up as a midfielder, so he only moved back to centre back when he became an under 18 player.
Is that why do you think that is? Because he's
huge.
Too big, too big.
I think they would have
his size more suited that.
Part of it was just to learn.
Oh, he almost got that one very wrong.
Yeah,
just to teach him defensively.
To teach the defensive side of his game, and maybe it just stuck because of his physical attributes.
Yeah.
You know,
he's left-footed as well, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. He's quite two-footed though, which is good.
Yeah. But if you're left-footed and you can play centre back,
also
managers love it.
Also, in that group, Arsenal had Miles Lewis-Skelly and Nwaneri playing in the midfield, so
that's tricky.
What are we saying? Say next season everyone's fit.
Oh,
what's the back three? Martinez, Yoro, Delict, not Heaven.
I really like the look of Heaven. Because he's winning a lot of headers and physically is a presence.
Yeah,
I love Martinez, but in the Premier League.
The thing is, Martinez, that none of the defenders offer is that Martinez start breaking the lines.
Well, that's why I think Martinez should be tested as the central.
So the midfielder.
Because Amorim really wants the central centre back to move into the midfield a little bit, and Martinez, out of anyone, is going to be the most capable of doing that.
Yeah.
And then you've got Yoro and Heaven, who on either side of him could be the physical presence. And
how quick is Heaven? I don't feel like I've seen it yet.
Top athlete.
Is it
really quick? Yeah.
You do need that in the wide area, don't you? A bit more.
Although I'd say his channel defending in terms of how he orients his body and stuff.
Not
great.
Still a little bit suspect, but you got to remember he's.
But that's the sort of thing you can massively learn. Isn't it?
Every centre back his age will share that. With him. And he's only been a centre back for a year or two, so he's still kind of learning that.
Get there.
Can you imagine? I've only been playing centre back for a year or two, and now I'm playing at Man United.
Because there's a lot of education that goes into it.
Oh, there you go. Tottenham have scored against AZ Alkmaar. That's 1-1.
Are they at home?
1-0 in the game. Yeah, they're at Tottenham, aren't they?
Any Mikey Moore starting?
Who scored that? Do you know?
Should we just do a Tottenham watch?
Robot what? Robo-Bert. What did you say?
Odebert, he's a good
Odebert. They said
player as well.
Robo-Burb.
Yeah. I remember you messaged me when they signed him.
Yeah, because I really
know
like.
him already, yeah.
I really liked what I saw from Burnley.
Yeah. He's French, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's not been able to show everyone how good he is because he's been injured pretty much 90% of the season.
Mikey Moore. Is Bergvall starting?
Yeah. Oh, how? See, now Archie Gray's been like the lowest rated player in the Premier League on who scored. I don't see that.
No.
I never watched him for Leeds or anything. You was a big fan.
Yeah,
I remember H was a big fan. A lot of people were big fans of him, and then I only had to watch him a couple of times.
What a ball that was!
Like played different positions.
I
could see that he's a good player. He's just playing in a bit of a dysfunctional team, and he's being played centre half. I
almost thought he's kind of a bit Declan Rice light.
I don't mind this. We seem to have taken a bit more. They took their sting out of it.
Since we had our goal, they've barely done anything, have they, Sociedad?
But I don't mind this playing around with it for a little bit, just to keep the possession well. Confidence
as long as we don't do anything.
Playing around with feel your sausage.
Not before 9 o'clock.
So it's only 8:30.
Put a ball in. Our strikers look up for it.
Yeah,
in the box.
That's
you know, when a ball gets played in, they're there.
Casemiro's got the unlocker.
He's almost been that kind of deep line playmaker role.
Go on.
Have a shot.
Nice.
Go on, Josh.
Oof. Beautiful.
Was it Rasmus?
Yeah.
That's unlucky from Rasmus.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Good feet from Xerxes, though, isn't it?
That was fantastic.
That's one of them where a different time period that goes in.
Yeah,
would have been disallowed.
He's off anyway, but still,
would that have been
really
disallowed?
Great move from a load of.
Oh, beautiful.
Really good from Xerxes.
Look at that.
Do you know what? Nice movement from Hoyland in the middle as well, because he goes in and then cuts back to find himself a yard on the 6-yard line.
I'm seeing
all of them involved, though, wasn't it? I mean, Casemiro ball to Dorgu.
Yeah. I'm seeing something from Rasmus.
Yeah, definitely.
Today might be the day.
He should have probably scored by now, really.
Hopefully, I'm hoping so. But we are sounding a bit make-a-wish.
Yeah, but it's more than that, because he's actually getting in. That's good. He's getting in some good spaces and doing stuff with the ball.
Good idea.
That's a fun.
That's
a glider, isn't he?
Yeah.
I struggle watching Casemiro get dribbled past this often.
Well
done.
Oh, come on! He should have gone there.
Apart from getting skinned in the first couple minutes, Heavens looked really good, I feel.
Yeah.
He's been alright. We've not had a lot of defending to do the last 20 though, have we?
No.
Which is good.
But why do we need to concede to wake up in these games?
Just started a bit slow, haven't we?
It's just weird, isn't it? It's a little bit embarrassing, actually. Like, we can't find our own motivation. We have to just be shit and then let them score before we can do anything. I think, come on, aren't you better than that? I can't even explain it. I'm sure they can't explain it either, because they don't want to be crap.
Which way are we playing? Towards Stretford end?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've done the thing that we don't normally do.
Or that we've been doing on that room. Oh, he's so techy.
Whoa, mate.
Oh, no.
Okay, he's good.
Yeah, good block.
Fucking baller, mate.
Yeah. Is it Taki?
Taki.
Yeah, good one. He's faster than I thought as well.
Still only, how old is he? 20. He's still pretty young.
Yeah, 23, 24.
23, 24.
What is he, a 10?
Yeah, right winger, kind of can play number 10. Arsenal were in for him, I think, at one point.
You don't want to sign for them.
Oh yeah, was that the summer before last one, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Skipped past Casemiro a couple of times in the last 2 minutes, hasn't he? Right. Going on.
She's going to do something to look.
I don't know what it was about the way Ronaldo was.
He just couldn't run.
He
just couldn't run to it normally.
No,
he had to look like a bozo.
You see the Real Madrid
Yeah.
Rudiger imitation.
Oh yeah, in the celebration.
He does look like high leg running.
Yeah. They were never losing that penalty shot. There was always going to be something strange that happened in their favour because of I don't know.
Just how the world
Very,
works.
very,
They're
no,
not
it's just
that
a
good
very
at football.
satanic club.
Yeah.
PSG look good though, man. Could be Real Madrid, PSG in it.
Oh, that would be a fantastic.
You'd want that in the final, wouldn't you?
Decent press.
The Mbappe storyline again
Yeah.
against his old club.
I want PSG to beat Madrid in the final.
Yeah, I think for football's sake,
that would be great.
it would be good.
Although, just at least because PSG actually look like a normal team.
Ju-
now,
I think,
rather than,
yeah.
like, this weird team.
Ooh, you got away with that then.
Because it'd have been
Fucking
a 2-on-1 over, like, on that side. Well done, Bruno. Go on then.
Win
Make
that.
it stick. No.
Oh, there you go.
You would not know
He gets
these were the
clattered a
two
lot.
teams that played last Thursday.
Did he look better?
They
Did he look
played
better?
on either side. They
Yeah.
didn't-
Nathan Agurd. He had like a what
West
season
Ham.
spell at West Ham, and he
Yeah. He's looked alright for them, to be fair.
Yeah, that is a
Ooh,
foul.
That's
you know.
nasty.
That is a foul. It's just forearm into the back of his head
Shit.
before anything else, isn't it? The ball's
got a
not even
couple
there
of
yet.
couple of head punches, forearm.
Yeah, Rasmus has
Yeah.
been through it tonight.
Might need
Yeah.
a scan. Fucking hell.
Come on.
It is so annoying that Cheeto's not on the bench.
Yeah.
I think he would have been playing. Casemiro's always
That's a
gonna
bit of a
win.
waste.
As is that. And then watch the bounce. Yeah.
Good decision. Says we're not the biggest team. We have some.
It's a tall team for
decent
us.
size.
Yeah.
Hoyland and Xerxes are
Heaven-
both big.
Yeah, Heaven, Delict,
Did it?
Casemiro, Hoyland, Xerxes.
Dorgu's 6'1".
Dorgu's not bad. Delict, Dallow's not short.
Yeah.
That's what you call in broadcasting, filling the air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the tallest teams we could have put out.
Genuinely.
Quiet
That's
for
what I was
5
thinking
seconds,
before.
say something.
Not the tallest man.
If Jack Fletcher comes off the bench, I think he's 6'2".
Well done.
Ooh,
Garnacho
the
there
pump up
cheering
for
on.
game.
Garnacho's been a little bit quiet. the
Nice
last
to
20
see him
minutes or so.
pressing properly though and
Yeah.
sprinting and actually going for it when he gets there.
Yeah, it's one thing with
Surprisingly, a lot
one
of
thing
people
with
down the
Garna-
left, isn't
One thing
it?
with Garnacho, yeah, you realise he's similar Bruno mould where. Have you ever really watched a game where you've thought, oh, Garnacho looks leggy or tired?
Not really.
Doesn't he's got a bit of an engine, doesn't he?
He's always
Yeah.
sprinting, isn't he? Yeah.
He's got good stamina.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the same. Him and Ahmad have that.
Yeah.
Ahmad's the
Ahmad
same.
just keeps going.
Yeah, Ahmad's
Yeah.
almost weird because he's so small as well. It's like, do you know when you see like the way a bird moves in a tree and all of a sudden it's just gone? Like Ahmad's got like a weird weightlessness to the way his body moves, and sometimes when he jumps, you're like, how the fuck are you that high off the ground?
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's not
Explosive.
obeying gravity the way everyone else is.
Are
it's
you
a shame,
saying you're a
man.
bird watcher?
I know I do like listening out for the old song thrush occasionally though, if I'm honest. I don't know, I couldn't tell you what one of them sounds like. What's that? What's that bastard? Is that a pigeon? Yeah, I love them. Are they rare? They're good them, aren't they?
Are they real?
Oh, don't give me this. Do you think they're robots?
Drones. Government spying.
It's the least efficient flying method to make a drone, by the way. Flapping wings. Awful way to make a robot.
There's a
Well, maybe
there's a bridge I walk under every morning near the railway station.
On your
From where
3
I'm parked.
Billy
That's where a
Goats
lot of them are
gruff
deployed.
And
morning.
there's a lot of pigeons there.
Fucking hell.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, some of the states I've seen the pigeons in, you just
Some of the states getting home from last night.
it looks like it.
Oh, fucking hell.
There was a pigeon that
fun.
was literally head down on the thing, but you weren't sure whether it was alive or not, but it didn't look like it was fully gone.
That's sad.
And I was like, he's had a tough night.
God. I've never even considered that.
Yeah.
Pigeons just...
And I thought, could it just be sleeping? And then I realised,
Yeah.
I wouldn't sleep there. would it?
Wild animals don't
Careful.
typically sleep.
Beautiful.
In a way that
They
they
do
sleep.
sleep.
No, they
but
do
they-
sleep
but
in
they
a way
don't-
that's like leaves them exposed.
exposed like that. Yeah.
No, because
Come
it's
on.
too risky. Go on then.
Good
That's
tackle.
a very good tackle.
feel like
space
we're
here. Get back.
stretched here, aren't we?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Go on.
See, that's the problem in the midfield that we had under Ten Hag.
Yes,
Well
Doggy.
played.
Yeah.
That's really good
He's
stuff.
all over
that.
the place.
Yeah, he's
isn't he?
good.
Good athlete.
Good,
man.
good athlete.
physicality.
Good work
Ooh.
rate as well. He's not. He likes working hard.
Yeah.
Fucking love that. Like then he's tracking his man into the middle of the pitch. He
Yeah.
could have easily just gone out wide and let the centre backs have to deal with it, but instead he deals with it.
Good doggy, back post.
Out wide, out wide, out wide.
Well, that was on low key.
Yeah. Come on first.
Yeah, nice.
Yes.
Across. Ooh,
Ah.
okay.
Better.
That's good though.
This
That was
is
actually
decent,
like
decent,
watching something, wasn't it?
This is a good game.
Yeah. That was nice. Running behind,
See, this is
following the plan a little bit.
and it suits Garnacho more being on the right and getting
does,
those
doesn't
balls
it?
in. Yeah.
How does that change when Ahmad comes in? Because
Yeah.
Ahmad's better on the right, would you say?
Yeah, but then Ahmad's been so good at wing back that maybe you
I
play
like
both
him.
of them on that side.
Yeah, true.
You'd think we'd actually be able to get a couple of goals there, wouldn't you, if we did? Ahmad and
Yeah.
Garnacho on one
There's a
side.
lot of on paper. There's threat there.
Yeah. Although, to be fair, Garnacho's not scored in absolutely ages, has he?
I
So
think was it
Gonna score tonight.
23 games?
Is it that much?
in the league, they're all
Jesus
on
Christ.
about that, aren't they? I know Xerxes got a couple
I do
of
know that
early
half
goals.
his goal contributions came against Barnsley.
Yeah. Well then, Dougie
First
wasn't
time.
expecting that, was he?
Hit it.
Oh! They
Ooh,
almost
bad
got
effort.
the
You know.
what's he called? The left back that we got from Porto. Brazilian.
Telles. Yeah,
Telles. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was a
yeah, he
cracking
definitely.
goal, wasn't
You're right. He did not expect
He
it.
did.
You
The
could tell he
was
just
like, oh my god, here we go.
Yeah, well, what we got to do here?
Yeah.
keep a ref trying to get in the way.
Just under it.
Slices it. Yeah.
That was like my slice against Ethan at Paddle this week.
Oh, have you been playing paddle with Ethan?
Yeah. Well, Ethan's been playing with me. I showed him the ropes.
Really?
Playing with you.
Real sausage dad.
Playing
Real
with
sausage
you.
dad, yeah.
Where was this?
Stockport. Tuesday
Oh yeah,
night.
near the decathlon.
Yeah.
Is it? It's a
Is it just one on
workout.
one?
Was it pretty tough?
It's a good game, man. It is when you play with me, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just trying
Ethan-
to say, is
Being
it?
given the
Is
runaround.
it a bit of cardio?
Yeah, it's a bit. It depends how good they are with the people that you're playing with.
Okay, if there's not many rallies and that, then no.
Yeah, not really.
Is this the one where you can like hit
Oh,
it?
Xerxes,
Like
that's beautiful.
You'll
out
like
the
it. It's a very,
stadium
it's
and
a
all
very
that?
tourist sport.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Is this? Can you hit it like out the back of the stadium and
No,
you have to like
I
run
don't-
out the door
Oh,
and knock
come
it
on.
back in?
Yeah, down the
You know?
M6
He's
there.
got away with that.
Yeah. Chasing it down the.
Yeah. That's
dual
good laugh.
carriageway. Oh. Becker.
He's the guy that came on, and I thought he was the most last week when he was most 80s wing grabber. Do you see him? He was on the right, and everything was just like shift and just cross, no matter where he was from. He had like 9 crosses in like 5
that?
minutes
Come on,
when he came
attack.
on last week. Do you remember?
I didn't notice it. I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, and
Where's the
I was like, this wing is.
Oh.
And I was like, this is a wing
Like
straight
that.
out the mid 80s.
Oh, that'd be hard.
Like there was no skill move. It was like it was clunky. It was like a loose touch, and he just knocked it, and then it was like
reckon he's-
quarter yard, half yard. He
be
just
okay.
crossed it, but he was actually dangerous because of it. It caused a bit of carnage.
He's alright.
I did
He's
too.
not wearing shinners. His shorts and socks are long.
He's wearing those tiny ones, isn't he? The iPod Touch ones.
Yeah. What shin pads do you wear, Ronaldo? Do you like the smallest ones
I
possible?
wear like tiny Sondicos as well. I'm
a
similar.
little SIM card.
Yeah.
Shin card.
Just glue a little shin
Like
card.
literally.
Oh my god.
That was the worst
What?
free kick.
That
That's cool.
Jesus Christ.
I like the big ones with the ankles built in.
The ankle protectors.
Yeah.
Weird tongue.
That's how.
Those ones where I can get run over by a
Look at
tank and
Ruben's
not even
face.
feel it.
Them ones that you could basically run down a wing 1 minute, next
Not
minute,
impressed them, was it?
next minute you could do an over
Yeah.
at Lords.
You're
Do you know
doing
what I
it
mean?
over. I'm fighting for the Spartan army, and I've got like all the way up to the knee. Yeah, doing it over at Lords.
And then
yeah, I've
straight
got-
after can do a bit of Olympic Taekwondo.
Yeah. Got
Is that what it?
Yeah, the cricket pads. They're hard to run in, but you get used to it eventually. Well, go on.
It's the thing with NFL players. It's like, some of them are running like 20 miles an hour, 22 miles an hour, but they've got like heavy gear on.
Well done,
Well
Evan.
played.
Oh,
Taking a tumble.
Goal kick.
you can't believe it.
mate.
Top stuff.
How old's he?
23, 24.
Looks young.
I think it's
Baby
23,
face.
24 maybe. but he's been around for years because he was like a starting winger from since he was like 17. Do you know what I mean? You know them ones.
It's weird because he looks very young for his age, even though he's very young still.
Yeah, it's
he's 18 as well when he first started. Because you want to
aside from that Meg in the first 2-3 minutes.
The first team was starting week in week out.
The thing is, when I was speaking to scouts, when
he's been around for years, but
they all said on the ball, fantastic.
Yeah.
But the defensive side is a worry, and I think defensively he's looks sound.
Oh yeah, he has.
Come on.
Oh, he's got to do better, mate. Yes, because you think sometimes if young defenders, when they get megged as he did, sometimes they can go within themselves and sort of lose a bit of confidence.
Yeah,
but it's great. He's really
he's
going
been
into
right
the
back
game.
into it.
No, he has. Great on the ball as well.
Yeah.
Maybe could have laid Hoyland off there, but
a bit passive.
Yeah, he didn't spot Hoyland's run, did he?
No. We're talking about Dorgu shooting and not really having many shots and stuff. He's had 3 shots tonight, hasn't he? In like the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All of which have been not the best connections. But it's good that he's getting in those areas at least. Yeah, I don't like that kit.
Okay. I haven't got anyone in the box.
Well done.
Well
Dorgu
played.
again.
No! Oh, man.
Fucking Casemiro.
When Casemiro goes to ground.
Why are you sliding in like that in the box? The amount of times he slides in and doesn't get the ball, you think all it takes is for him to knock it past you and just trip over you on purpose, and it's a penalty.
Touch of
Zubimendi, yeah.
Oh, he had to pull
He
out.
just gets enough, but he don't win the ball, does he? It's just not really helpful.
He never did that for Madrid.
No.
I don't think I saw him play like that for Madrid.
Where he just slides it. He does it all the time now.
It's like become his signature finishing move.
Should we know it? There's never any time in it. To be fair, we've had
2 penalties.
Yeah. 4 minutes at a time.
Nice. Well done.
Dorgu's been good today, hasn't he?
Yeah. Left side has looked really good.
Fenerbahce got one back again today at Rangers. 1-0 on the night, 3-2 to Rangers on aggregate.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of space on the left side.
Yeah, we've done everything down the left, haven't we?
Yeah.
Who played wing back against Arsenal again? Who was on the right hand side?
Maz.
Yeah. And he was actually really good.
He was. I'm just wondering what this is, because I'd like to see Garnacho get more into the game, because it is going to get more predictable in the second half if we're going to continue down the left hand side.
Yeah. I think Garnacho's just isolated, isn't he?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, Casemiro wanted that.
He's eyeing it.
Oh my god.
Sexy. Casemiro's just picking
Some
him
of
out.
his,
No, man.
Casemiro like a prime
Seeking
pearl
missile.
player, man.
Yeah.
He's got red dot on, you know. Jeez.
That's very fancy for a set there as well, doesn't he?
Oh my god.
What's got into him?
Casemiro's passing.
Casemiro got aimbot.
Become a world-class deep line
this half.
playmaker tonight.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a shame that the last 2 we couldn't control, and that's a bit more difficult. You're doing a bit of a 180.
On the spin.
Still think he could get on that.
More of that.
Yeah. That's what won us the penalty as well, wasn't it? That
Yeah,
pass?
yeah.
And probably our best chance of the game as well, with the Dorgu headed to Xerxes.
Yeah.
Robbie Savage is weird, man. I just heard him. He's put commentary and just was awkward silence. He went, "What a pass! What a signing for Manchester United!"
What, talking about Casemiro?
Yeah. What, like? Then everyone just went silent. But I don't know what he. Like he's been.
Ref? He's been notoriously up and down as a signing, hasn't he? What signing?
It is funny.
You just don't want some.
Why has he played that back in?
Just fucking get rid of it.
Fuck off.
No.
Good
block.
block. Casemiro.
Redeemed himself.
Yeah, he did. Corner to Sociedad.
Casemiro in their half, delight. Casemiro our half.
Yeah, terrifying.
Scary stuff.
Did he have a good passing bag at Madrid? I guess he left most of it to Modric and Kroos.
He definitely left
Kroos and
most of it
Modric,
to
like, you
them,
don't
Probably need to be
But he
passing.
did. Statistically, his forward passing and stuff was good. I don't
Yeah,
know.
still just don't think you can't. Even though he had Kroos and Modric, you can't play for Madrid that long.
Yeah,
if
you
can't
can't
pass
win
the
as
ball
much
at all.
as- yeah.
Oh my god.
Well done, Ronaldo.
Jeez. You can't just be a passenger in a side that wins 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
All right. Come on.
Go on.
Let's get one more shot off. Same ball again out to Xerxes.
Yeah, it's
Just
not
touch on it that time from.
That might be it for
Delict.
half.
That'll be it, won't it?
Thing is, Casemiro's going to get a bit giddy now, and he's not going to stop trying these passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
It's gone, dry.
What, you dry mouth?
Yeah, it's
We'll
gone a
get
bit
some more.
Sahara'd.
There we go,
Right,
half time
half-time.
then. It's 1-1, 2-2 on aggregate, 2 penalties, both within about 5 minutes of each other, 6 minutes of each other. Get your thoughts in the comments. What did you make of the first half? I think overall, Scotty, I would say United were the better team in that half, but it took us being shocked by how good they were for us to react.
I mean, and you can look at it 2 ways, really. Were we shocked by how good they were in the first 5 minutes, or was it us inviting them onto us and allowing that? Because United should have come out with the confidence of the home side. Penalties aside, we certainly grew into the game, and there's been lots to be encouraged about. Højlund's getting more chances within the box. Casemiro's passing has been on point, and you've sort of seen it clicking over the last sort of few games. This down the left-hand side, or it was down the right-hand side last week, but the sort of Casemiro, Xerxes, Dorgu, and it seems to Delict was getting involved. This just seems to be sort of some cohesiveness coming on with the football.
Yeah, I thought we do seem to have a little bit more of an idea what's going on. What did you make of it?
In the final third, I think, like you've just said, there are some patterns emerging. We've, in the last maybe 5 years, we've not been a team that cuts it back much into the box, and we're doing that a lot under Amorim, where we'll play it to the byline and then cut a ball back, and it's been really effective because Højlund's getting in the right areas, Bruno's always somewhere dangerous, and obviously Garnacho on the right. When he has been on the ball, he's been quite positive, although he's not been that influential on the game because I think he's been quite isolated over there. But yeah, overall positive, but we've got to be really careful because Sociedad on the break, when Kubo's picking up this ball, he can really kind of cause some problems for us, so got to be careful.
What have you thought, Ronnie?
I think same as last week, we're a better team.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're a better team. I feel like we have the quality to breach them. I think I think it's one of those where because they've got something to hold on to, because it's still level. I think if we go ahead and we nicked one, especially if we nicked one, I think that would have killed them.
Yeah.
Because from what they've shown me in the backline, especially when it comes to athleticism, if they had to come out and play a little bit more and be less pragmatic, I think we could kill them on the break as well. But I don't want to tempt fate, but I thought that was a decent half, all things considered. We had a penalty decision that was a bit 50-50 that went against us. Then we got one of our own.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I don't think they've been too threatening, and we've had a few nearly moments against them with some almost like aimbot passing by Casemiro.
Yeah.
But,
well, looking at some of the numbers, he's had 6 balls into the final third, which is the most of anyone on the pitch, or equal most of anyone on the pitch. And you can tell, I'm saying the stat there, but he's been a surprise, like you said, Scotty, on the ball and in their half, fantastic. Off the ball in our half, still got that, why is Casemiro sliding across the front of everyone feeling going on. So he's been a mixed bag for him, but definitely one of our most dangerous or sort of creative players, Casemiro. Patrick Dorgu, another player who has won 6 of his 9 ground duels, has won 1 of his 2 tackles as well, has had 4 shots as well, which is the most of anyone in the game so far. Not the best quality of shots, but he's getting in good positions and he's been very involved and effective in the game. Dorgu,
yeah, man, he's very industrious, and I know one of the reasons we bought him was his athleticism, but his enthusiasm, and it's not just down the left hand side.
Yeah.
He's following his man into. He was almost on the right hand side of the pitch at one point because he wanted to win the ball that much. The shots haven't been great, but what he's had, we didn't buy him for that. But he has been connecting very well down the left hand side. And I always think when you've got a player like Dorgu in your team, that can be quite contagious with the other players. I just think that when you see someone running around like that, it's like when you're at work and you're doing all the work, somebody else is like, better up my game here. And it can have that sort of knock-on effect. So I think he has had a really good game. But I think United have as well, again, to build on the Arsenal performances. It's another good performance in the first half. We should have more than enough now to go in, but it's where the goals come from.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a few super chats. Give it to Mikey. I think this was after they got their penalty. Thank you very much. It was, come on, guys, it's crap. Regardless of the penalty, it's not like we could win this competition. There you go. Very negative there. FPL Mickle says, once we concede, our nerves go away and we improve. I think there's probably a bit of nerves going away. I think there's also definitely a bit of, oh shit, we better step this up here. Yastradamus says that Xerxes is basically a poverty-stricken Cantona. I don't really know what that means, but does he have
what?
I don't know what that means.
Maybe the kind of swagger on the ball, but I'm not sure what else you can.
Yeah, I mean, Adam McCall is in the chat as well. He said, up the fucking Reds, locked in playing poker, great show. And he's accidentally given us a £10 chip from his poker. So he might have lost that, but it's very much the benefit of us, which is great. Thanks, Adam. FA says, with the way we're playing selfishly in the attack, it would only need one big chance for Sociedad to smash and grab us. I'm so gutted by these. Like, do you think that's slightly negative, Ronaldo? Do you think that's a pessimistic way to look at things?
Not really. We're not here saying we're amazing. I just thought it was a decent half where we were the better side. Could that be the fact that Real Sociedad aren't great? I think they had a start. We started slowly. Their 10 minutes, they were a lot more energetic. They were a lot more dynamic than they were last week. But then I think once we got our goal back, I think we controlled the game pretty much since then. Could we have created a few more chances? Maybe, but it was a team that was sitting deep, and I still thought we had a couple of opportunities to score. Højlund had a near one. There's been a few things that haven't gone our way when it's been a ricochet or a shot's been blocked. I'd say it is quite harsh to be too negative about that half. You could just obviously ideally want to be in front, but I thought that was okay, and I think if the game carries on in that manner, I think United do get the win and do get a goal eventually. I still feel like if we get one, Real Sociedad will try and come on to us and we'll get another.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe in the quality of their back line.
I think Onana's only had one save, and that was towards the end there. I can't remember too many other chances that Real Sociedad had.
Yeah, I mean, they had the penalty, didn't they? But that's not the same
not really
thing.
Count that.
But no,
yeah,
not
so
particularly.
we've attacked their goal a hell of a lot more. I think that's massively negative. We were building into it. The only worry is how we're going to be able to get the ball in the back of the net, because it depends on, Højlund's looking better than he has.
Yeah.
Ball still not in the back of the net of him though.
Yeah.
He has been punched in the face and kicked to shit though.
He has. But I think he's looked alright today, Højlund. I know he's not scored a goal again so far, but we've seen a little highlight there of the penalty again. But I think Højlund has got in some good areas. He's had a couple of decent shots. He's found space for himself in the box as well, which is something he struggles to do. The little back heel, he went in and then just took that little step back out to find half a yard. And I think he's looked quite good today. So hopefully he can cement that with a goal.
How long did Diego Forlan go without a goal for United? I'm trying to
work. It was like his first 26 games or something.
I wonder, is there a record of a striker not scoring for the team?
Not sure. I mean,
20 goals is a long time for to be if after
20 games.
20 games. Sorry,
yeah. I think. But who was it? I saw something the other day. It was like a list of strikers and the longest they've been that's current in the Premier League, I think, and someone was up there with like 78 games.
78 games for a striker.
Someone will have seen that same list that I saw. Like Højlund was on there, and then the next one was like double. It was like 70 or something. People might have seen it.
Didn't Eden Hazard go like a whole season or something without actually getting contributions?
No. There's no chance that happened.
I swear he had like one really weird season where he just didn't really get many contributions.
Maybe he did. Oh, is it
maybe
just for Lindstrom?
Should have been 0, surely.
No, I don't think 0.
Is it Lindstrom? Who is it? Anyway, someone will have seen that. People saying it's Lindstrom.
Is he a striker though?
I mean, what do they say? As a winger.
Yeah.
He's a forward. He's an attacker.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, he's at Leicester, and I think he's gone 75 games without a goal.
That is a bit mental.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, isn't it?
Right. In not just Everton.
No, his last 75 games. Yeah. which is mad that he's even got a loan to Everton if he was in the middle of that run. AM says, Housen said Heaven isn't good on the ball, lol. Well, hopefully we'll see more of that. Jake Bennett says, hello. I think he said he didn't think he was good in that game, particularly.
He just went on to FootMob and saw that in one half of football, he completed 4 out of 8 passes.
In that game,
so he did it.
The defensive side was
exactly.
But his ball playing is his big strength.
Yeah. Jake Bennett says, hello from Tampa, Florida. We looked like we had a plan, at least so far. Poor old Hoyland can't buy a goal. Dorgu looks promising. We do look like we have a bit more of a plan. As we keep saying, post their penalty, at least we do. Which is good, at least something. It doesn't feel... I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the Arsenal game. Maybe it's the game against these last week. We've not lost, or... It feels like it's a bit less desperate than it has been, doesn't it? I don't know, just the general feeling about United. Maybe it's partly the stadium stuff as well. I don't know. Do you feel slightly less depressed and down
I think
about
there
United?
is. I think there is a certain confidence that you can see in the players compared to previously in the season. I think the Arsenal performance would have instilled a little bit of hope and a bit of confidence in these players, because for the first time in a little while we looked quite competitive in that second half. We were creating chances, and. Yeah, I think maybe there's something bubbling there.
Yeah, I agree. Paul Gill, Xerxes is so class, man. McCullough called it. Very nice. I do think he's been alright today as well. Yeah. A couple of good touches, couple of not so good touches.
I think he's frustrating for me because he does something so beautiful and then equally he'll do something that's a bit stupid. And it's like, I think eventually he will pull it together into quite a good player for United. But
yeah. I hope so.
He's a good target man, though, I think, for bringing the ball down, whereas Hoyland's not.
He's massive.
Yeah.
Owen Sawyer Hartley. Am I completely biased thinking it wasn't a pen? I think it was a 50-50 lucky, not much going on really. But like I said at the time, I think Oyarzabal stands in, puts his leg across De Ligt, which is fine, but you're not really meant to do that if the ball's still 8 feet or 8 yards away, whatever it was when he did it. You know, if De Ligt had just ran into him and tripped over his leg, he probably would have get on a free kick the other way. But because De Ligt, instead of running through him, goes to kick through him, he ends up kicking his ankle and gets given a penalty. I think altogether, it was just a standard football play where no one fouls each other, and it should have just been get up and carry on. I didn't think it was.
I also more thought it was the cross was semi behind Oyarzabal as well. I was like, was he really going to score?
No, he bought that, didn't he? That was his intention. You don't think he was going to get to the ball.
I think
if he puts his leg in, if you put your leg in that position, you've always got a chance to get the penalty.
If he's going to run onto the ball and score, and it was like it was a cross, I think it's definitely more of a pen.
Yeah.
No matter what you think it was incidental or not, I think if the cross was almost stopped him coming onto it to make contact, that's different.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I thought the ball was semi like behind him. It didn't look like he was really going to be in position to score anyway. But I don't know.
Do you think we got our penalty because they got theirs? Because ours was soft as well. If we're going to critique theirs, we need to be honest about ours.
I think ours was equally soft. Yeah. So I think if one's a penalty, then they probably both.
At least there's consistency, whether you think it was either of them were the right decision.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
consistently wrong.
Yeah, maybe.
Crew bait take it, I guess. On the same note, ref probably felt obligated to call that after the first one. Yeah. But the second one was more of a penalty. I thought they were both.
The thing is, the first one,
penalties,
they're questionable, but equally not one. They won't get overturned. No. Once you've gone to the board, it's not going to get overturned.
No, I agree. Brian Kevill says Rasmus is no better than Egil Ostenstadt. I don't know who that is.
No.
Does anyone else?
Some Scandinavian.
Norwegian former footballer who is currently 53 years old. He played for Blackburn and Manchester City.
I think he's talking about him now, maybe.
Oh. No. Surely not the 53-year-old version. It won't on his Wikipedia.
Egil Ostenstad.
He got 100... Actually, he's not bad. Decent record, although not good for English teams. 29 in 96 isn't bad for Southampton.
Are they league?
No, he got 34 goals in 109 for Southampton, 13 and 81 for Blackburn.
So he's just bang average.
Yeah. Second half, Scotty, what do you want to say? Any changes, any differences? Just keep going as you are, or...?
Keep going as we are. I mean, I'd like to see more of the the latter stages of the first half. I'd like to see Garnacho getting more involved, because I think sooner or later Sociedad are going to clock onto, I mean, if they haven't already, where we're focusing most of our attacks. So we need to start getting more stuff through Garnacho down the right hand side. I'd like to see him being brought into the game, given his performances of late, and he has seemed a little bit isolated there. But more of the same for me. I was really enthusiastic about the performance.
Sorry, I don't know what. Sorry, like. Rafa D's just put us in chat. The super just says, I don't know if they're trying to write Paul Scholes, but it just says Paul Shoes. And that's all it says.
That's the whole message.
Say anything about him. It just says just Paul Shoes. I don't know
maybe
what
we've missed something.
I don't know what Paul Shoes is, but that's really funny. Paul Shoes.
Oh, where are these?
Sorry. Oh dear.
Couple cents short of a pound, any.
Paul Shoes. I like that. Right, let's go round the ground, shall we? You can see some of it at the bottom there, but let's just see where we're up to. So in the other games that have already finished, Athletic Bilbao beat Roma and won the tie on aggregate to go through there. Eintracht Frankfurt beat Ajax and have also gone through. Lazio and Victoria Pilsen drew on the night, but Lazio have gone through on aggregate.
Oh, wow.
And Olympiacos beat Bodo Glimt, but went out on aggregate. In the games that are taking place tonight, Lyon consolidating that 3-1 first leg against FCSB. They're currently 3-0 up at home, so that tie is completely dead and buried.
Scored for them?
Let me double check. That's who United didn't play, so it was
more than we could score against.
The third one's only just gone in.
For the first one.
Nuama and Mikuadze scored
Georgian.
the first goal. I'm not sure who scored the third one yet.
So weird, Georgia. They're actually decent side in
a few
Euros.
players, yeah.
It wasn't just Kvara.
Isn't it weird how like sort of smaller footballing nations will have these generations that are like what was it? Iceland had a spell, didn't they?
I think there always
Then
has to be at least one star player that kind of like
spearheads
it. Where I think and then they kind of like raise up the level of the rest of the players. They almost believe.
Yeah.
I think Norway are going to have a good generation, and Denmark actually have a fantastic.
Like Austria had a decent generation.
Norway's a weird one
10 years or
because
so ago.
Norway are currently in there a bit of a golden generation, and they've just not played like it.
Actually, Denmark is the one that out of the two that will have a really, really good generation coming up.
The thing is Denmark, isn't he?
Cheeto, yeah. Noah Markman's a centre back that I really like.
From
he plays for Nordsjælland, but from Denmark.
But like Ivory Coast as well, when they had like both Torres, they had Drogba, they had some like genuine like world class players.
Solomon
Kallou's obviously very good.
Gervinho.
Gervinho, yeah. And you think it's like
who's today's Yaya Toure?
In general football.
One of a kind.
There isn't one.
No. I think the game needs a Yaya Toure.
Who's the closest I've seen to that? I don't know, because he had the goal threat on top of everything. It's
not
just being
Pogba
physical.
when fit is
Amadou Onana.
Yeah, but he's
not.
Just don't have the technical ability of Yaya though. So it's like
no, there isn't really one, is there? And also, he's the sort of player that
come on, lad.
Isn't going to be confined to a system the same way that a lot of players are expected to be these days.
Well, you could chuck him in any system, couldn't you?
You could on one hand, but Pep didn't like him. Partly because of that.
True.
No, not just because of that, but partly because he's a bit of an all-rounder. You know, he's not just going to stand and do one thing, is he? He was
Tottenham put in a game.
Tottenham 2-0 up against Alkmaar, 2-1 up in aggregate now. United started with the ball. Yep. Bruno 1-2.
Oh, he's not
good.
That
was some football as well. That was good. Penalty! You can't give a penalty.
He's giving it.
Well, did you see? He went. He's
played advantage for a pen.
But he went like, see what happens.
Why does he keep?
He looks like
he's an airport instructor.
I think that was a foul.
Very silly for dangling the leg in there.
The touch that Højlund took there was beautiful.
He's one of them
he laid it off for Xerxes. Yeah, it's a clear pen.
He's bought it.
He's bought that.
He's bought it.
Yeah, but you have to.
Yeah, I don't mind that he's done it. In fairness,
could have killed him.
Yeah.
He's got too close.
There we go.
Yeah, he's almost got too tight.
Hammer him in your chinos.
It's soft again though, but it's not going to overturn though.
I want to see the touch from Højlund in the build-up because that was beautiful.
No. Why don't the ref just carry like a backpack with an iPad in rather than have to run over for the VAR? Just pull it out.
Oh yeah. Or
Like have something like a medallion.
Do you know the little? Yeah. Do you know the seat back on an aeroplane?
Yeah.
One of them, but here.
Just drop it
So
down.
you can just
That'd be
unfold it
cool.
from
Yeah.
the chest like that. And then snap it
Yeah.
back in.
That'd be quality.
Why would it not do that?
So it's being checked. They have to.
Or
give
just
that.
he could
It's
do the
been
whole
checked.
thing under a Apple
The
headset.
VR.
I think they're still.
Yeah.
Like that. You see his eyes. You don't know where he is. He's lost it. Why? Don't check it again. Just let it be.
They're still checking.
Oh. I'm surprised refs don't have dash cams on them yet. They're like police officers. Because refs are just football police,
Well,
aren't they?
do rugby refs have little cameras on them?
I don't know.
I know they're mic'd up a lot of the time. But
Maybe they do have cameras. They should do. I don't know why.
they wouldn't weigh them down, would it?
No,
Like
but
a
have it
little tiny
like
one.
the way the train that like guy who likes the train lights, where it's facing there.
Yeah.
So it's
I don't like him.
all squashed up. You don't like him?
No, because I think he's pretending to be autistic. I think he's
Who?
Yeah,
he's
he is
pretending
a little
to
bit,
be disabled. The train enthusiast guy.
Ah.
It is a bit of a character.
I think
and
he's
that character is.
when that character is
potentially,
imitating. Yeah.
That's a good point, actually.
Sorry to rain on the parade.
It's all right. Let's just score this penalty.
Yeah, let's have it.
Come on, Bruno.
Will he score? I think.
Yeah.
Of course he will.
Come
It's
on.
Bruno. Famous last words.
Go on, Bruno.
Yes!
Okay,
Get it in now.
There we go. There we go. 2-1 Manchester United. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Went to the goalie's left this time. Opened his body up. He just watches him and puts it the other way, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think we
It's the
score a
same
couple
as the
more
other
now.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I think
really
you're
hope
right.
so.
They'll
Yeah.
commit now.
My only worry is if we all of a sudden start sitting back a little bit because we think.
We do that, don't we?
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to do that.
I hope not.
This is now when Casemiro needs to keep playing those balls over the top
Oh,
because there'll be space.
Keep on early as well there.
he passed it in, didn't he?
Yeah. Casual.
And it was a nice penalty that.
Lovely.
Really low on the ground as well. Look at that.
Look at that, United fans cheering.
It's not right. Something's not right.
To be fair, leading up to that pen was some really good football.
It was really
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
The
Can't say we haven't deserved
that
it.
was really good centre forward hold up play from Højlund.
Yeah, it
as
was
well,
good touch.
where he
It was
laid
good
it off
set
to
to
Xerxes.
Xerxes.
Yeah.
We actually, both of them two looked like decent quality
Honestly,
players tonight.
they've together they look quite effective.
It's a bit lucky
quite a
that
nuisance.
penalty, but
Yeah.
the thing is, he wins it by putting the ball back across the defender. He doesn't try and control
Defender
it down.
just
He tries
didn't.
to go
The
and
defender
he can't get out
just
of the way.
didn't decelerate
No,
in time.
no, he got too close, and once he played it back across him, he couldn't
Nice.
get out of the way.
Oh.
Oh, go.
Nice. Get up,
Yeah, yeah.
fuck off.
When's the last time we scored from open play?
It's not really.
Doesn't matter.
It's not a stat they keep
No,
track
but
of.
Why did they kick the ball out?
I don't know.
Someone down. no?
Everton. That was a set piece, wasn't it? There was Fernandez's free kick.
Yeah. Jesus.
What was the Arsenal goal?
Superman
Fernandes.
yellow card.
Free kick.
Free kick. The goals against these last week, set pieces. Fuck. Oh my god, when's the last time we scored a goal from open play? Someone might know. Let us know in the comments.
Last week, Xerxes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's not that long ago.
No. But before that,
Just feels like it's been a long time.
it does. Joshua Bowater says Jay won't have seen a single goal tonight, poor lad. Jay's faced
Oh,
the
no,
other
no,
way
no,
on
no,
all
no,
three
no.
goals.
Yeah.
That's very good. Poor lad. Paul Shoes.
Well, I can't believe that.
Back to look through the Sim chats and saw that.
I don't. What does he mean?
He must have meant to write Paul Scholes, but I don't know why
What's
he
the
just wrote
context?
Paul Scholes anyway, and then he got it wrong and it was
Maybe
Paul
he said,
Shoes.
maybe something's happening.
I need to take a screenshot of that because I want to look back on that in a few weeks. Satiris Sots Sturgeon says, gents,
What a name.
Would you be able to see the new Stadium Trident from Anfield? No, but they said the outskirts of Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah, and the Peak District, apparently.
Really?
To be fair, if you think about it, they look about 3 times the height of the rest of the stadium.
Yeah, well, they said it's about... it is taller than the Hilton building. They'd be taller than like the biggest buildings in Manchester.
You can see them from a distance.
And you can see them from the Peak District.
Come on.
Hold on, Highland.
Don't let them reset. That's so bad.
Shocker.
Well won.
This is alright though.
It would be good if you could see it from
one
Anfield, wouldn't it? But
Yeah,
I think
piss
they
them
said
off.
the outskirts of Liverpool, so there must be one specific view where you might.
Also,
be able
how
to
have
see
they?
it.
I don't know how they've worked
How
that
they
out.
work that out? Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good ball.
Yeah.
Well done, Dorgan.
Bullied.
Yeah.
Solid.
Back to Bruno there, wasn't it? Did really well.
That was brilliant from Dorgu. Just physical.
Just the wrong
The
ball.
final
though.
ball, wasn't it?
Too much for him.
Good
Too
pass
much
by Evan,
physicality
eh?
for him.
Good pass by Evan.
Yeah, it was a good pass by Evan.
Yeah.
Hit the like button as well if
look
you're
at
watching.
him.
Let's get to
Yeah.
1,000 likes.
Just needs to look up a bit more there.
Yeah.
But
Unlucky.
good
Really
to get
good
in
though,
that
that.
position. Yeah.
And you can almost, I don't know if he does get tired, but he's got that kind of Garnacho thing as well in the dog
How many
where
times
he's just
have we
running
seen?
all the time.
Yeah. And cutting inside of the byline.
I think football's a bit more simple than we make out at times. I think just sign good athletes, and that's your foundation.
Yeah, we don't have enough of that.
Yeah.
He took off the 80s, wasn't he?
Becker's gone off for
That's the name.
Baronet, yeah. Tonis Pius says, we need to put this to bed. Hoyland deserves a goal. Yeah, let's get another one. Another one would be good. He's got small hands.
What an observation.
Did you clock that?
Do you want them bigger?
He put his hands into his fringe there, and it looked like he was putting like
What's that?
a chip fork in it or something.
Not like the hands. The hands from the.
Can we get a replay on that?
Back to the Future.
Oh, what are we doing?
Oh my
No.
Jesus. Looked like he was coming out in slow motion.
The villain in the.
I don't know.
That is an ugly kit.
Yeah, it is. Goalie kits are design. It's like they're meant to be ugly, innit?
Yeah.
We had that one last season that was.
Come on.
Oh, well played.
It was difficult, wasn't
Yeah, it was.
Back to the Future.
If he had kind of scooped it on the
That's
slide
a
tackle.
bold ass pass. That's the sort of pass Onana would make.
Across your goal as well when you're not in it.
Madness, that. Fair play to Garnacho
Doesn't
there.
get
though.
round
try,
quite
nice
enough,
try.
does he? Can't get it back. Good though, good pressing. And it's weird how all of a sudden when you're confident and when you're winning, pressing becomes easier. It doesn't hurt your lungs as much. You don't hurt
Everything
your
just
legs
looks-
as much.
yeah.
Like
The adrenaline, the
it's mad, like
endorphins.
Garnacho sprinting like that. It's great.
Yeah.
But I feel like first few minutes we couldn't move. Everything felt leggy. It's mad, isn't it?
No, before Joe, you were sort of asking the question. Things feel a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Of like, do you not think it's just a case of that things were never that bad? The league was never going to be our objection in terms of what we could do with it. And I've sort of always been on the train of thought that the Premier League games are going to be more of a sort of testing ground for stuff. But when we've been in Europe, there's certain patterns that we've seen of play, confidence, and this is always going to be one of the major competitions we've got to try and win. And do you not think it's been like all the doom and gloom merchants that have sort of brought that down rather than trying to focus on it? Because people, there's like, it's the short-termism you find from a lot of United fans. It's like, why are we not winning the league this year? He's had the job since November. I can't see anything working. It's like, you've got it's not going to happen overnight.
No.
And because people want the instant fix, that's where a lot of the sort of mood comes from.
Can you play it? Come on, find a shot. Get a shot in here.
Yes.
Go on, lad.
Well done.
Good try.
That's unlucky, that. That was actual centre forward stuff. Hoyland's been a lot better tonight. He's actually been quite good tonight.
He's very red. He's on the verge of turning into the Hulk.
Here he is. The new Hulk.
He's about to
Good play by
find his next
Xerxes
one.
as well.
Yeah, it's good from Xerxes. I like
Really
that Hoyland
strong play
got a
from
shot
Hoyland
out
there.
there.
Was that Agued? Oh. No, he's in the middle.
Not the best
You're right,
shot,
though.
but
There's
it's
so
wide
much
at
short
that point,
turnism
isn't it?
in the fan base at the moment.
Yeah, and it's easy to get sort of swamped by the negativity and perpetuate it, because being 14th and 15th is completely unprecedented in it. So even though the league wasn't the aim, it's still like 7 places lower than I thought we'd be, and that is quite hard to take. But in the Europa League, we've been quite good overall. We've not lost yet, obviously, and I think we've won. Other than the Sociedad, won all the other games since Amorim got here in the Europa as well.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But for me, it's like if you're not in the top 6, you can finish 7th or 16th. It doesn't make any difference in the context of this season.
In terms of where we are in our kind of rebuild, then I think you're absolutely right.
And all of this is a lot easier to say if we get through to the next round.
We're going to win the cup.
Oh, that was the wrong pass.
It's easy to stomach that when you've got Europa on the horizon, or that next round, or the semi-final, or whatever it will be.
What's the crack? Is it Leon we've got them?
Yeah, almost 100%. I think
that'll be
3-0 up, and
they're not a bad side.
No, they've had some great games over the years. United versus Leon.
Where are Leon in the French league at the moment?
I think they're like 5th or 6th. They're not doing particularly well. I'll double check. But aren't they like potentially on the cusp of going bust? They're 6th. But they've got some real financial troubles.
Yeah, big. I think maybe a season or 2 ago it really looked damning for them.
Yeah,
I think
they've been provisionally relegated to League 2.
Oh, already?
That was in November. Leon have been banned from making any transfers in January, so obviously this is a little bit out of date now. And provisionally relegated from League 1 at the end of the season.
Christ.
If they are to avoid being relegated at the end of the season, they will need to demonstrate a much healthier economic outlook. So they've basically been told, if you don't sell players and make some money, you're getting relegated. So they're really struggling.
That played into the Cherky thing as well.
I think to make Cherky work, you have to have athletes around him. Like, he'd be the perfect centrepiece to a project, but I don't think it's necessarily what United need at the moment.
That's a good touch. Oh, he's moving quick, isn't he?
No, I thought he looked like he were in control of himself a bit.
Yeah, but it's like all his limbs were moving really quick. Like a mouse. They're fast, aren't they, mice? Have you ever tried to catch a mouse?
They've got limbs, though.
They've got limbs. They're very limb-wielding.
I've never tried to catch one.
Have you not? Impossible.
The bin store at my apartment building is completely infested by rats right now.
Is it?
And they are nippy.
I hate rats.
Yeah, even rats are quick.
Yeah.
We're dead fearful of rats, innit? But aren't they meant to,
I do feel,
aren't they meant to be like
bad.
shit scared of us?
I think they're quite intelligent as well. I
Whoa,
feel really bad for
Whoa.
He slid so early.
Yeah, it's lucky.
Even give Dallo the eye there. Winnie, don't fucking do that again.
Yeah.
He gets caught being complacent there, Dallo. Casemiro just does his trademark. Yeah, that was stupid from Dallo, that.
Some of the academy lads warming up.
Yeah, and Ugarte. He'd be good to bring on Ugarte, actually.
Yeah.
Forgot about him.
The game state.
Yeah.
Go
on, then. Come on, get up.
This is not really.
There's actually not an option.
Inside. Can you get it? Oh, look, he wanted it,
that's
didn't he?
not really his strength.
He tried to go
that type of like long carrying.
No.
Well, right.
Used to be.
Come with a bit of...
Ooh, Alkmaar have got one
bit
back.
Of
2-2.
Yeah, maybe.
2-2 on aggregate now, 2-1 in the game to Tottenham. That's an interesting development.
It's just hard to do that with our flick. This level is now.
Yeah.
Unless
you're a top athlete, you're not going to get the separation.
Yeah. He does.
Someone like
I feel like he does in like short bursts though. I don't know.
Yeah, he's got that like you said, short burst.
Yeah, and he's got good reaction times as well. I think.
Yeah.
Garnacho, which lets him look quicker than he is sometimes.
Yeah, maybe
because he moves early and decisively. Hold on.
Keep you uppies.
Come on.
Oh.
I feel like one thing we've dropped off a little bit.
Beautiful. Oh my god.
Red! It's a red!
Got to be sent off.
It's got to go!
Yes,
he's off!
What a ball that was.
That was
a brilliant pass
What
to
a ball.
That was the menu to Garnacho.
Yeah.
He's been brought on and sent off.
Yeah, he's been sent off.
Has he just been brought on?
Yeah, he's just been brought on.
Lovely stuff.
You can't bring
Oh,
you can't bring them down if you're the last man. Come on, don't act shocked. We know you fucking
weight
know
on
what
that
it is.
pass,
You
though.
cannot do
Weight
that.
on
It's a foul.
Perfect.
It's a red.
Is it? Does he? Yeah, he knocks his heel with
It's
his.
a clash, but it's a foul, innit?
It's a foul.
It doesn't. The whole like.
No.
I mean, it's a
red
obviously
card.
not winning, but it's a
Dorgu's been
No.
so bright today.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't. If you're the last man, you just cannot put any contact on him whatsoever because you know it's a red card. Yeah.
Yeah.
No question. It's one of them that it's
Right,
probably
let's
a bit
go
harsh,
from open
but
play now, lads.
them's the rules, I'm afraid. And there's no
Such-
question as
yeah,
well. It's
yeah,
he's
yeah.
on goal.
Oh,
It's
Such a
definite.
good pass.
Yeah.
Get off the pitch, fucking
Yeah,
hell.
go on.
Can you help me get the rest of my shirt off? Why has he just got his tits out?
Oh,
Oh, he has the bell's been
let's have
booked as
another
well.
one sent off.
That'd be good. Oh, he's still going, ref.
Who was it? Was it Mitrovic that did that
Yeah, Bruno.
against us, and they had two.
Oh,
red
it was
cards.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like-
the
yeah,
and then the
yeah.
coach got sent off.
Yeah, everyone got sent off. I'd love a bit of that tonight.
That should be.
That.
Should be.
Oh, don't speak too soon.
Should be.
Should.
I don't know what to say now because I don't want to jinx it. No, that should be it. United should be able to find a way to not lose the last 25 minutes.
And
against
I feel like you
10
should
men.
be able to say that without being as
Yeah.
worried as
They can't hear me.
Yeah.
The players can't hear what I'm saying right now, unless that's what Amrim's got on his iPad.
Yeah, he
Imagine.
might do.
It's not impossible.
I'd say it's quite likely.
It is quite likely.
Yeah, if you think about it.
Well, the
Think
budget's
they've
high,
ever ordered-
aren't they, for the cup?
Do you think they've ever ordered delivery on that iPad while
Go on,
they're
delete.
It's it!
Oh, worth a try.
AM says Amrim's system with proper intense wingbacks.
Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is interesting. Dorgu's been such a fucking menace for them tonight,
Yeah.
hasn't he? Like, just making
Just
things
makes himself-
difficult for
yeah.
them, both ends of the pitch, constantly.
Being a nuisance.
Yeah, and then a bit of quality in
And then,
there
like,
as
yeah.
well. But even just his work rate and output has been so good.
I think the finer elements of his game will come out with time, but for now, just the decision, just the difference he makes off the ball is massive.
Yeah, go on, Jersey.
Xerxes. Bit of pace.
Oh, yes, please.
Nice.
We've wrestled really well.
Pass.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
he
Great
did.
ball.
Dorgu!
Ball.
Shoot,
As
can
soon
he
as I
Dorgu?
saw it was going to.
He's had about 7 shots
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
Dorgu. He
More
can't
shots than
be, he's
Ireland.
not a...
Canacho, good pullback, makes the
Yeah.
right decision. Dog, he just didn't connect correctly.
He's not a... He's
But
not...
was it the right ball?
It's brilliant
Oh,
from
that was
Xerxes.
class by Xerxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
It's hard for a left footer, actually, that angle, but...
Yeah, it's the right
Do you
ball.
reckon he-
Do you reckon he should have passed it to
thinking
Hoyland?
Hoyland,
Trickier to.
You know what?
to
For
thread
once,
it to
I
him,
actually
but-
think he should have had a shot
They
there.
just don't really. They've never
Who,
combined
Dorgu?
before.
No, I think
Garnacho,
Garnacho
yeah.
should have just gone across goal,
They've
bottom
never
corner.
combined before, innit?
I think it's twice they have, the whole time.
And what did you see? What one of them was?
Yeah,
It was a shot from Garnacho that was going miles wide and hit Hoyland, went in against Luton.
Which it's Forest, isn't it? Or is it Luton?
Luton.
Is it?
Yeah.
And he shoulders it in, doesn't he?
He like, yeah.
It's a good finish actually, but it was a shot from Garnacho.
Might not be the game for it, but I would love another debut.
Yeah. Has Amas played for the first team or not? I can't
Officially,
actually.
no,
I
he
don't think he
hasn't.
has he? I know he obviously played in pre-season.
I think if it was anyone, it would be probably Jack Fletcher to come on.
Yeah. Danny Tanner says Dorgu on fire.
Yeah.
Mitch L says Dorgu, what a game, what a signing. Yeah, he's been the main man today, really, hasn't he?
Good value, I think.
Well done,
Yeah,
David.
nice.
Just comfortable defending there from him. Ooh. God, we've got to go through now, haven't we?
Nice.
No, he just rushed that a bit,
Yeah.
Bruno. He knew it
I feel
wasn't
like
on, but he wanted to get the ball
when
out
we're
his feet.
playing badly, Bruno stands out as the best player, and then sometimes when we start playing the better football, he can be the one to be a
get
kind
the
of
ball
loose
away.
cog.
Yeah.
Not to playing down a
thrives more in the chaos.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He likes the chaos.
Don't want to be unfair to him because he's. Where would we be
Yeah.
without him? But
Anthony's just scored for Betis. Good lad.
adds another
Raise
few
that
mil.
fucking value.
Yeah,
That's it.
Assist in the Champions League last night for Rashford.
Oh yeah.
Rashford assisting. Was it Asensio again? Won it?
Yeah.
And he assisted Asensio like 4 or 5 times already since he's been there.
Asensio's got like 6 goals since he's gone in it. That's what I'm
Yeah.
So like everyone's saying, cause everyone's like La Liga's shit. You know, like, football's what La Liga's shit.
Yeah.
Look at what Anthony's doing, and everyone's like,
But then a mediocre player from La Liga.
Look what Asensio's doing it.
Yeah.
To be fair, he was a proper like wonder kid, wasn't he? When he broke through for Real Madrid.
Good goal for Anthony, counter-attacking goal. Yeah, sure. Like obviously can't play it to everyone else, but it's just a wide open counter-attack really for him. But
Good. There's no option to buy there, is there, on that Anthony?
no, there isn't. No.
It might even be a good thing because we could get a decent fee. That's a lovely goal.
It's a great
He's
finish.
found his finishing boots.
He's clearly a productive player in the right environment, isn't he? Which is good to be reminded. We kind of knew that anyway, but it's good. No, it's good to be reminded of that. You might get 20 million plus for him, which is still only young. Was he 24?
Fucking incredible.
Just a loss of 50 million, 60 million.
I don't like. I just try and forget about him.
He's 25.
Just recently 25.
Who's this?
Yeah, the transfers weren't great under 10, were they?
Deleting your inverted CB position. Oh.
Nice.
Nicely played out.
We can almost play out from the back when we're only playing against 10 men, can't we? It's quite good to see.
Go on.
Now what?
Go on. Pick someone out.
Go on, Rasmus. Go on, lad. Hit it.
Oh man, alive!
That's so bad.
The thing is, you want to go from open play because otherwise we've won the game on penalties.
You knew he didn't fancy it with his right foot there. I could tell. Casemiro outpacing.
That's the thing that we've had. That's why Real Sociedad is one of the only teams I've seen us play this season where we look athletically better than everywhere, and it shows how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah.
Just seen Casemiro.
They actually look slower than us.
One of their players.
After every game that Liverpool
I've
win,
not seen that all year.
just says it's all running.
Yeah.
That's how they've kind of overpowered teams. Liverpool. They just overrun them. Like Dominic Szoboszlai, I don't think I've ever seen someone sprint and run as much as that guy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's so rare that you'll see a title-winning team in like almost any league that don't top their running metrics for the league.
Ooh.
Touch.
Ball.
It's like it's like Arsenal. Arsenal run a lot.
Yeah,
and that's kind of their forwards actually could do a lot of running, and then people saying that's why they've got the muscle injuries.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruno!
Go on, shoot!
He can't have another shot. Doggy's too scared to have a shot now. Look at him, see him rolling his eyes there. He's knackered.
Yeah.
He's been up and down like God knows what.
Scuffed the shit out of it, didn't he?
Yeah, poor.
Probably had time to cut in.
It's a brilliant pass.
Look at that pass.
Oh my God.
Yeah, beautiful.
Lucky.
We've had some signs of like proper quality in some of these balls today.
It's one of the It's one of our better performances under Emery, I'd say, overall. Not that the bar's particularly high, but we actually look like a dangerous team with some idea of how to like break teams down and build up and much more coherent.
Yeah.
I don't think the level of the opponent actually matters in that sense. It's that you can see the players know what they're doing for each other. You can put anyone else in front of them as long as you can see some sort of blueprint as to what they're building
patterns,
on.
Isn't it? Yeah.
And we've looked bad against like real bottom of the Premier League kind of teams.
Yeah,
you could maybe say these are as bad as them, but it's not like we look great against them, is it?
But it was. But it wasn't. It still is.
Bruno, back post.
Casemiro.
Whoa! I thought it was a diving header coming in then. It was, and it still is a learning period though for Amorim. And I think if anything, it might work in his favour that they've had the injuries of Ahmad and Mainu, because it's maybe forced his hand to play a bit more of a sort of same 11, or a bit more.
Yeah.
And where players have had more comfortable getting used to that certain positions. Where I think if Ahmad and Mainu would have still been possible, he probably might have been. I mean, Mainu was playing up front, wasn't he, before he got injured?
Yeah.
But I think there's been little signs, and fingers crossed. I mean, how many corners have we turned this year? It's like a freaking roundabout.
Yeah. We're back where we started now, at least now with the we've turned another corner and another one. We're going around in circles, but yeah, hopefully we can get a bit of confidence from this. And also, let's be honest, let's win it as well, because they only need one lucky goal. Yeah. So let's start by winning it. Foul throw
I've ever seen. It's a chest pass.
But win this, we get a month off, don't we? We've got a month until the next round.
Yeah. I'm not sure what that was. I think we've got the game of the weekend. Tottenham have got another one against AZ Alkmaar.
You got the goal, or you don't know?
So what's that? Fenerbahce, Lyon, United.
Robo, Perv.
Who's the other one?
Are
Tottenham in our side or the other side?
They're on the other side.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Everyone, like, it's possible we get them in the final. Ooh.
Oh, God, Nacho. What? 2-0 Fenerbahce. What, they equalised 3-3 on aggregate now? Inside. Nice.
Oh,
damn. Corner. Huh? So, Tottenham 3-2 up on aggregate. Fenerbahce equalised with Rangers. They are on our side of the draw, though, aren't they? So we could play one of those two in the.
This referee loves a booking, doesn't he? Jesus Christ!
Is he booked Bruno?
I don't know. I feel like he's booked 90% of their team for one, and he's booked a few of ours. But he seems like he's not like shy.
They've had 5 bookings and a red card.
Not scared to give him that.
come on now, let's get another one.
I don't like refs like that. All right, fun. All right.
Bruno smiling.
Because I think he's laughing at. I think that he's one of them where they're all on the pitch thinking this referee's a proper job's worth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's just all over the game, isn't he? Oh, way up. Okay.
Nothing
He's gonna try. I feel like I could see like a Cruyff coming.
Yeah. Get
to
it? Nah, too much.
It was very on though, that pass. He should have probably made that.
The pass or
the pass. The pass should have been better there. He was completely wide open. Kubo coming off.
That's a strange one.
Been quiet second half.
Yeah, he looked good first half, didn't he? But after that,
it's such an ugly kit.
Yeah, it is. Akash K says Dorgu's energy gives me Valencia vibes.
Yeah, I see that.
Antonio Valencia, of course, rather than the team.
Do you see enough of him?
Who, Valencia?
Keep forgetting how young Finn is, man.
Yeah,
he was my first United 7.
Was he? Blimey.
He's a fan of Valencia, man.
Yeah, he was good.
Perfect for the system if he was. But,
yeah. Oh, he would have been, wouldn't he? Because he actually could. His deliveries and stuff into the box.
Oh, he had a cross Valencia.
Yeah. He just loved absolutely drilling it as hard as he possibly can every time.
The greatest one-footed player I think United ever had.
Yeah.
It's running with a Y.
Is it?
Yeah.
Giorgio says Bruno hat-trick might keep Keno quiet. Not if they're all penalties, they won't. That won't count. Harry Potter says Dorgasmic. I've seen that a few times in the last couple of weeks.
I rate that.
DRZ said Anthony Fee should be 2 times Sancho. What are we getting for Sancho?
25. There was a story that came out that said we might get nothing.
That doesn't make any.
I don't think it's right. Yeah,
it's an obligation.
I think it's
but they've said. I think it's in the, if they just refuse to sign it.
There's a fine then.
There's a fine.
But if the fine's less than the
but if the fine's less than the fee, they won't care, kind of thing.
No, because they haven't got to pay his wages, then have they or anything?
Yeah.
But I think they. Yeah.
And it screws your rival up.
What is that like for you though, as the player? Just nobody.
Imagine someone paying £5 million to not have to have you.
But do you think Sancho would care?
Yeah, probably.
He probably knows though, doesn't he?
He's doing all that money anyway.
He should have hit it. He should.
He will now. Okay. But he's not just. They're not. Obviously, the money's amazing, and it does help soften certain blows in life. But I don't think career-wise the money's stops you feeling sad.
Ooh. For me, he just
gone the way it has.
Strike me as when I've seen interviews with him and some of his performances, football just doesn't seem his priority, or like he enjoys it as some other players do. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
Well, he doesn't play like he's desperate to win or to
it looks very much like a job for him.
Tottenham 3-1.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Good strike.
All right.
Deflection. Ankle roller.
Was it?
Zubimendi.
13
He's
minutes.
been all right. If
Collier just been steady, innit?
Yeah.
Tell you how mad
That's the type of player he
game
is, though.
flies, doesn't
It's
it,
like
when
people
we-
watch him like, oh, is he like this electric? He's not.
Casemiro.
He's like a.
Yeah,
Good
it's
game.
yeah.
He's like just very good at
Good
doing all
game.
the simple things really well, which is an underrated
quality.
but he's not really. Do you know what I mean?
Casemiro coming off.
I will miss.
Right.
Yeah,
Decent
one about
Casemiro.
yeah, really good game.
Yeah, he has been good. Yeah, he's been good.
I will miss him.
Yeah,
Casemiro.
Is he going?
he's got to be going.
He
hasn't
has to.
He said he's not.
surely.
He said he's not going.
Inside
He'd like to
scoop.
stay.
No, there's no info behind that, but
Yeah.
I just think
Tweet
like
that on the
Eriksen.
Stretford Paddock.
Should
thing
I? Yeah.
and
Exclusive.
put Academy Scoop as the source.
Yeah, although there's so many
Come
players that you won't be
on.
surprised if they went. But
Oh,
they
my
can't.
God. Gonna get the
Dorgu.
Dorgu must be absolutely knackered tonight. You know.
Yeah. Hey.
He doesn't look like it though, does he? He looks like
No,
he's
he's still getting about.
He's covered a hell of a lot of ground, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Lacho says Xerxes reminds me of Paul Pogba today. Interesting. Don't know if I.
Not a poverty-stricken Cantona.
Yeah, that was an interesting moment.
I think the when he cut it back to Højlund after a nice bit of skill in the box, that was a bit. Pogba.
Yeah, that was
And the when he stood on the ball when he was coming over for the guy.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see. Oh, you missed it.
Who's coming on here? Traore. Not aware of him. Actually,
Is that
the one?
that Ahmad's not brother?
Is it? No, that's not who I
Hamad.
was thinking
Hamad. Oh.
Oh no! Don't start doing this stupid shit where we can see the stupid goal.
of.
Just see it out.
I think it might be. He played at Rennes. Yes, that is who I was thinking of. I used to have him on FIFA.
Any good?
He was actually.
Oh.
I'll find him now.
Nice.
He had a good card.
That's an interesting pass. Worked.
Oh
my God.
mate!
Fucking
You know what?
He did really well there.
He's got that in him. Come on.
Go on.
Oh, sexy!
Oh,
Football played in that passage.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a shame he couldn't hit it first time.
It's a
wasn't
good
it?
strike though. Actually, he caught it well.
What's going on?
Oh no!
Oh my
no.
God,
How have you not scored?
That is the nicest 15 seconds of football I've seen us play in a long time.
Oh. Why can't we play against 10 men all the time? Whoa. That stood up.
Bit of confidence.
Oh,
This is what
I
happens.
should have the target there.
Do you think Højlund should be doing better or am I being a bit unfair?
Is it a bit far? Yeah, it's a bit
Nah.
fast for him, yeah.
I think the guy came on, distracted him wearing tights. Fucking hell. See that? Wow. Players come on for them wearing tights.
What's up with that?
Is that allowed? There is.
Yeah.
It's weird that you can't wear a snood, but you can wear tights.
Come wear a snood in
What
here,
is the
let's
thought
see
process behind not allowing snoods?
I don't know.
I think
In
it's
case
that
someone
you
grabs
grab
onto
it
one and chokes you. But only goalies are allowed to wear trousers. But tights are basically just thin trousers.
Analysis.
Wow.
Are they not?
No, you're right.
Right. Thanks, Finn.
Sorry.
That's quote of the season, that. Tights are basically...
Only goalies are allowed to wear trousers, but
Hashtag
tights are basically just
analysis.
thin trousers. So,
It's what they pay you the big bucks for.
I wish they did. I'd take the big bucks right now. I'd be coming up with some sort of madness. Joe wears jeggings. No, I don't. Dan United just said.
The way you said no, you don't was like you lied.
Yeah. He was like, what, who saw me?
Wait, I've been exposed.
Dan United just says Paul tights. So we've got Paul shoes, Paul tights.
Dan United's been on fire tonight, and he fucking.
Jack Ford said
shirt.
this is ending 2-2, 100%.
No, surely not.
Can't do, mate.
It will, won't it?
You probably will.
No, it won't. We're going through.
Look quite good.
Yeah.
It's quite nice, isn't it? Look at this.
Lovely.
Oh, man.
Even Xerxes quick. Are these the slowest team we've ever played against?
Quite possibly.
Because Casemiro looked fast before. Xerxes just looked quick then. This isn't normal.
It's not. Playing some
Little
footy.
triangles and running off the ball.
I like it. It's got a 10-man asterisk, but I don't care.
We're going to overlook that.
Can only play what's in front of you.
I feel like I've seen us play poorly against 10 men a lot.
Yeah.
And also the reason they went down to 10 men was a very good run off the ball and a good pass in behind, which is...
Oh, good tackle.
He's given another penalty!
Has he?
Oh my God, he has!
I thought that was a good tackle.
Is that Dorgu again?
That's getting overturned.
That's getting overturned.
Yeah, that's not.
This ref is fucking
Wait, what's he doing?
loving it.
He's going to get himself sent off though.
This ref is loving being a ref tonight, isn't he?
Who's arguing it?
Brilliant.
Right, I'm going to go out tonight and I'm going to ref the living fuck out of this game of football.
That's not.
I cannot wait to ref it! Look at him, he's so involved, isn't he?
That's not a pen.
It's not! The ref is loving it tonight!
Unless we've missed something.
Oh, he's lovely. We're going to get sent off, innit?
He had one hell of a spring in his
Stay
step
away,
when he
you.
left the door tonight. Off.
What's he doing?
What's this? What's that?
What is that?
Card. What?
The ref's doing this like some sort of arm.
I've seen a lot of new gestures from this ref though. Never seen before.
Try it, alright. They're checking
Yeah,
the penalty,
he's going to get overturned.
They've checked him all though, to be fair.
Yeah, it's been ruled out.
Has it been ruled out?
Of course, it was the most.
Did he give a penalty then? He did, didn't he?
Yeah, he did give.
It's such a bad decision. I don't know.
But he also seemed so confident about it.
He did.
You saw one angle of it.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a bit half and half.
Hang on a sec.
Wait a minute. Does he touch it?
Yeah.
Does he?
He does touch it, yeah. He stood behind it though, so that's why it's difficult for him to see.
It's those leggings, it gave him that extra skip off the turf.
Even Dorgu was like, no, it's not a pen, mate.
It's not a pen, look.
Dorgu's not a shouse, is he?
Nice.
He wouldn't say that if he needed.
That ref's well G'd himself up in the mirror before they got that. Let them know you're out there tonight. Make a name for yourself.
Sometimes
Where
I've
does
seen
he
some refs
usually-
in Europe where you could tell they've used the whole tub of hair gel as well. And
Yeah, they love it, don't they?
have,
My big night.
they normally wear like a medium when they put on a small.
Yeah.
Not a little extra bicep action because they know they're gonna have that like weird like pad thing under there as well.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm gonna shave my beard 3 times today before I go out there. So cleanly shaven, so much gel in the hair, nice tight shirt,
Oh, careful.
blue socks right up.
Don't-
Careful, lads.
Please do not do this.
Almost caught that.
Stop it. Okay.
2 on
Right,
2
okay,
here.
look.
Over the top.
Oh no.
Please
That's
play
it.
the right ball.
That's okay.
Nice.
Come on.
Yes! Come on!
Hat-trick.
There we go. Hat-trick for Bruno Fernandes. United
What a finish.
through. Well, should be through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League.
That was good play from Garnacho.
Yeah,
That was really
because
good.
you know what he's
Really
done?
well. Dragged
Come
his
on.
defender.
Yeah.
He straightened it to
Yeah,
them like
yeah.
I thought Bruno had hesitated a bit for the finish, but that was beautiful.
No, yeah, but Garnacho did really well.
Yeah,
bringing the
yeah.
defender on.
Lovely stuff.
Well done. Well done, everyone.
Well done, Finn.
Well done.
3-1.
Yeah? Oh, yeah.
Your heart said 4-0 though, didn't it?
Well, I changed it.
Well, actually, you should get an assist for that.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
'cause
Finn
I
was
stole-
gonna
well, I
say
said 4.
4-0.
So
Well, let's not push it too far. Because you said... No, Garnacho does really
Garnacho
well
does
here.
brilliantly, yeah.
Yeah, times it, waits for Bruno to arrive, and just a perfect finish from Bruno.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Good
Hat-trick
football.
for Bruno Fernandes.
fucking get in, lad.
Gorgeous
Get in.
little finish.
Let's have a debut, Mr. Amarim.
Yeah, go on.
Please.
Then. Get Finn on.
Get me on.
Go on.
I'm ready.
If you asked you to play now, would you go on?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you, Scotty?
Yes.
Be the
Would you?
best-
Yeah, of course I would.
I'd be the best player on the pitch, mate.
I would as well.
If it wasn't, to be fair, if it wasn't for the knee injury.
Someone's put Roy Keane.
It's weird, isn't it? This is like when I said about Ahmad leaving United, and then every time Ahmad does anything good, I
Oh,
just get
you get
so
the same,
tweeted.
yeah.
And now every time Bruno plays well, Roy Keane's getting like atted. I love that.
Why is he bringing Ericsson on?
Needs to give him a debut. He's a young lad.
Balding.
I wonder if this will be our last ever Europa League round of 16 game at Old Trafford. It's
No.
possible. Why not? You think we'll be there in the next 5 years? We'll be in the
In
Champions
Europe?
League. No, Europa League.
Oh, you're all right. I thought you were just a European qualifier.
No, I fucking hope not.
Thought you are in a negative
I'm
mood.
being I'm being actually way overly positive is what I'm being. Because if we don't next season we're either in Champions League or nothing. So we're not going to have a Europa League that season.
Yeah.
Then after that we'll just be challenging for the Premier League every
No,
year. So
I
we
think
won't be able to.
we shall see more quarterfinals of European football.
But will it be?
Oh, won't be Europa
League?
League. No, because we're going to win that this year.
Well, there you go then.
And
This might be it.
And then we'll be in the Champions
And
League
the
every year
Champions
soon.
League, yeah.
Like following.
You never wake up
Let's have
thinking
another.
that this is going to be
Dorgu?
the last Europa League round of 16 game I see at Old Trafford. But
We need to give. I think.
Send him off.
Yes.
Send him off.
Hey, there's the
You're
other
a-
fucking.
He loves it. Look at the players. They're just laughing.
Yeah, I've seen that from the last 20 minutes.
He really does.
Sociedad players are just smirking at everything he does.
This
They
ref
think
is loving it.
he's awful, innit?
This ref is going to have such a huge, monumental wank tonight, isn't he? When he gets in.
All his cards lay out like that.
Reading all the names off the back of the cards on his book while he's doing it. Absolutely lost it in his hotel room tonight, this ref.
That
so
travel lodge
excited.
is getting splattered, man.
Jesus Christ. You don't want to know what he does with his wall phone.
Oh, man. Stood there like Field Sausage Dad.
Oh, he's loving it, the ref. What
Let's
a
have
night for
another
refs all around the Europe this is. If you're a young aspiring ref, this is what you
This is what UEFA need to show on a training video. Want to be a ref? Watch this.
Like, but do it in like an army style.
Yeah,
video.
yeah. Extreme reffing.
Yeah. Reffing on the edge.
Yeah, it's like something Partridge would
Aiden Heaven with a bicycle kick attempt.
Wow. That's how you know we've got like.
God, it feels good
a
to be
couple
winning
of goals
games.
up. I know. Bruno's looking outrageous. Heaven going for it there. We've got a super chat. Adam McCullough. He says, all together now, I'm finding it hard to believe we've got heaven. Very good, very good. Also, I fucking told you about Xerxes, so he's bragging.
Yeah, to be fair. Ooh, come on,
Go on, dog.
hit
What you
it.
got?
12 times a
Is that a
chance.
pass?
12, 13 times. He don't want to shoot anymore, does he?
Oh,
Dorgu.
Dorgu and Hoyland, the battle of who
That was
is
the most-
too nervous to shoot.
I think that
more.
was the most charitable pass
Go
I've
on
ever
then.
seen in my life.
Dallo with the goal.
Beautiful.
Rugby scoring. 4 goals.
wait, what?
Dallo with it.
What? Did Delo just score?
Where's the pulse celebration,
Come on, Hills
man?
with the pulse. Where is it? Look at Onana
What's
getting up
Onana
there.
doing? Look, I need to get involved in this.
I think the ref's going to join in as well. Come on, lads, bring it in.
Yeah.
Who wants to yell at you?
Onana's
cheeky?
buzzing, look at him.
Oh, it's nice to see
Oh.
happy players. And
Look at it.
there it is.
Okay, they've ruined it.
No shame.
Yeah.
Come on, lads.
Starts shushing the
this.
Sociedad fans.
Yeah.
That was really nice,
Oh,
actually.
nice.
He does well and he actually picks out the pass too.
Yeah.
And it's a nice finish.
Okay, now.
Stroked one in. Lovely.
Yeah, really nice.
Oh, I'd love to play against 10 men every week.
Yeah.
We'd probably win the league.
Do you think we would? Do you think
I think
we
we
would?
would. I think we would.
I don't know if we would.
I think the team that is a man up wins like 65% of the time.
Is that a Premier League winning?
I think that's
ratio?
just like football. I don't actually know.
No, Delo's got 2 goals.
We've
in
cracked
10
the
matches.
code. Let's have another. Come on. Did we get an update on Euro's injury yet? Do we know what that is?
No.
He didn't say it was going to be a long time, did he?
Didn't? Or
No, he didn't.
No.
He said he won't play tonight and he won't play at the weekend, but
Yeah.
he should be back after that.
It's hopeful.
But that's the positive. I mean, look at that. We're going to go through it. I think we've got a month.
He's just sliding around.
We've got a month until the next game. You've got Mount, hopefully to come back, Mainu.
Yeah.
Ahmad will be back for the final in Bilbao.
A lot of positives.
Do you remember when Luke Shaw had that like recurrence of his injury, and all the papers reported it as like is going to be out for like 3 weeks or more, and then United were like, it's just a minor injury. He's not been back in training since, and it's been like a month.
Yeah.
And United seemed to correct the journalists that were saying it's going to be maybe international break, and here we are.
Well, that United Menace kind of in the know account.
Yeah.
He was the one that came out and said, it's going to be like 6-8 weeks.
So that was it.
And then United came out and were like, it'll be out for a week or two. He'll be back in training soon.
But that's been a month and he's not even in training yet.
Yeah.
Madness, isn't it? Poopy Snoopy says we'll fetch a decent sum for Xerxes in the summer.
Ooh.
Nice to think about.
Go on, step.
What's happened? This Amarim,
the yellow card.
It's not, is it?
Yeah, he gave Collier a yellow card.
Amarim just weren't going to put on any of the youths.
It's a bit upsetting, but it is what it is.
I
can't really complain.
I'm a bit stronger.
Yeah.
It's jarring.
I think he's clearly got this philosophy that you have to really earn a debut.
Yeah.
Steve M, I've missed this. I missed enjoying us play.
He won't give out like for the sake of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Aussie Abroad says Dallo strikes the ball better than Rasmod. Lol.
Yeah, Rasmus is a good ball
Oh,
striker.
he's had a good game, to be fair.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Rasmus Højlund has had
the thing with
a good game today.
He came with a reputation of like having a bit of a bullet of a lefty. But
yeah.
Nice ball, Heaven.
Go on. Doggy.
Rasmus Højlund's had a good game today. I know he hasn't scored, but he's not been bad at all. I think he's played well. Today.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Can't fault his
ref's not blowing because he wants another opportunity.
It's like one more card.
Another opportunity to book someone. Okay.
How long do you think he's going to let this final note linger?
Spurs through.
On this when he blows the whistle here. Spurs through against Alkmaar.
Go on.
This thing's going to echo around Old Trafford.
There you go.
One.
Oh,
that's it.
No, it's not. Is it done?
Oh.
Now he has.
There we go. There we go.
Okay,
Congratulations. Well done, everyone. United through to the quarterfinals, I'm sure. Is it the quarterfinal?
Because I got my ring on it. Fucking killed because it was on my pinky as well.
Oh, the pinky. United through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. A comfortable win in the end, that, wasn't it? What did you make of that, Sky?
Yeah, very good, man. I'm over the moon. I expected it, to be honest, Rob. I thought we'd go through. I said at the beginning we'd score 4 goals. We did that. We started by dubious penalty, and then after that, it's probably the best football we've played this season. And they may have had 10 men, but I don't give a shit. Man United are back, baby.
What do you think, Finn?
Yeah, you can only play what's in front of you, and I think there's so many positives to take from that performance. Honestly, some of the 1-2 touch football being played in the final third from the likes of Xerxes, Garnacho, Bruno, and some really beautiful stuff on display.
Yeah,
we say
all the players are surrounding the ref as well.
Because they thought
players.
Yeah, I don't think you like them very much.
No, I don't either.
Even as a United fan, that is a mental performance.
It was mad from the ref. He just properly went for it to me. Paul Madison said, Bruno is this generation's Brian Robson, a world-class player surrounded by mediocrity. Ray the DJ, let's overreact on the way to top half of the table. Interesting. And Yomi Nelson says, I love Bruno. I don't understand the slander he always gets. My captain, up the Paddock, up the Reds. Ronnie, final thoughts before we go?
I'm really happy with that. I know there is a 10-men caveat, but still sometimes people find it very difficult to play against 10 men. I thought we had really good energy, dynamism, but there was some really good football as well.
Yeah, there was.
You still got, no matter how many players you've been against, you still got to execute those technical actions, and it was really nice football. And there was a little bit of a vibrancy and energy when we were scoring and playing as well. It looked like the players were enjoying themselves.
Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it?
So I'm hoping we actually take that forward, and do you know what? Like, we don't do the usual. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play it like this and then drop the ball against Leicester. I think Leicester are there for the taking, and I think we hopefully back it up with another 3 or 4-0 win. I'm hoping so. We don't get enough of those.
No. Yes. We'll be back in a few minutes
Get
as
some
well.
debuts, man.
For the post-match review, where we'll go through everything, exactly what's happened there, look a little bit ahead as well to the next round of the Europa League. But finally, a good win, a few goals, a good performance, controlled, composed. Other than the first 10 minutes, we were really good. Can't argue with that, really, can you? Thanks, Sky. Thank you, Finn. Thank you, Ronaldo, of course. Like I said, stay where you are. You'll be automatically taken to the review. You know the dance by now. We'll see you in a bit.
Paul Shoe.